Good evening. Welcome everybody to Game Night on Saturday the 23rd of October. Hope you're all doing well. Very many thanks to Cyclespace for that game of Only Connect, and very well done to TabStop on taking the victory. I think we need a leaderboard. I've decided. I think we need a leaderboard for Only Connect. Thank you, Puzzle Dan. Yes, a very yellow shirt. I'm not wearing a hairband tonight. I've just washed my hair and it's all floppy and clean and beautiful. So I'm not wearing a hairband to let it dry with headphones in. Go figure. Not quite sure how that's going to happen. But yeah, I'm floofy. All very floofy tonight. Apologies for the Lex Luthor question. That's a big, massive my bad. Because I did check it because I thought it was an O as well when it came in. And I Googled it and somehow my brain has allowed me to look at that and think, oh, no, it's been submitted correctly with the E. That's fine. And I was surprised. And then I just Googled it again just now. And it's like, no, did you mean Lex Luthor with an O? And I'm like, oh, whoops. I did consider allowing both options, but I don't know that I've got capacity to do that on the Missing Vowels round. So apologies. O is right. It was very much an... Oh, it was one of those moments. Oh, if that's not the raid message, that could be the title of Buzz Off. But it was from the previous game, so yeah, maybe we could suggest that as a title. Anyway, welcome to you all. Let me say hello to everyone. Who have we got? My goodness, my gracious. Good evening to Adster and Colo and Zeus and Riff, Connor and Topper, AB, me and Prugs. Good evening to Shapes and Jay White, Brand New Halo and Claire, Anasep and Brian, Tabstop, congratulations again, and Toot, Innis, Shaname, Joe and Derek, Jerry and Bash, Samson, Quizzle, Effrontery and Dante, Energia and David, Puzzle Dan, Big Man Aaron, Silent Marine, Benzine, welcome to the stream, new member, lovely to have you here, Mark, Theory of Game, Fake Paper Tiger, Lewis T, and anyone else who is lurking in the stream. It is most pog to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me this evening for what promises to be a bumper stream. It's going to be another late one because I've started late and I've snuck in an extra game at the end because the Abyss has... I think is kind of now done, apart from the text message that I need to tweak again before we run the build, which I'll get to as and when we get there. Let's stop that bonus right there while we're at it. 26 players grabbing a 10-penny bonus right there. Do we... Intervention about your use of POG. Oh, have 10 pennies for being amusing, Brand New Halo. I enjoyed that or not. No, we don't need an intervention. I can stop saying it whenever I like. But take 10 pennies for being amusing. Yes, we tried. It is an arrest warrant. Come on. It's you know what? I might set up a little button every time someone complains about it. I press the button and it pings a load of pogs into the chat. Maybe a pog-avention. You never suggested an intervention though, did you, Ash? Intervention, that's funny. Poggers Anonymous. I can't keep giving out pennies for being amusing. Poggity fuck, yes, poggity fuck indeed. Well, I'll tell you what, this evening is going to be poggity fun, definitely, because we have got 2 games of Buzz Off. This first one here and then another one a little later on between Innes and Claire. We've got Risky Business as written by Riff Raccoon. A very special and nicely themed pack that we've got here from Riff. I think you'll love it, and that's coming up a bit later on. And then to wrap the night off, we've got another game of The Abyss. I'm very grateful to Apodo and David, who've clubbed together with me to write 50 questions for The Abyss. It's got some slightly new rules, and if you didn't get a chance to play it on Tuesday, then you'll the new format since last Saturday is quite a bit different. So I think you'll really get a kick out of it, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you all a bit later on. But before all of that, we have got our first game of Buzz Off this evening, and my, what an exciting game it is going to be. I can see both players waiting in the green room. I'm just going to drag them into the studio. I'm going to share the screen with them. Go live, there we go. And I'm going to undeafen myself. And, oh, hang on, guys, you are, oh, no, you're not live yet. You're not live on thing yet. That's fine. You can keep talking. You're not quite live just yet, but just to let you know, in the studio, you won't hear any sound from the game at this point, but you on the stream will at home, so that'll all be fun. Let's welcome our first contestants in Buzz Off. If I go to the right profile, under B for Buzz Off, let's welcome our first contestants tonight. Or give me an argument out of range exception. I mean, that's fine too. What? Why have I got an argument out of range exception? Let me see where that's coming from. It didn't do this earlier when I tested it. Oh, it's a client error, so that's fine. It just means that the Twitch has decided to have a little moment. Let's just go skip opening titles, and we'll jump right to where we were. And hopefully it won't break this time. And let's meet tonight's first contestants. We have got Jay White versus Prey. To both of you, I bid you both a very warm welcome and good evening. You are live on Twitch. Please do not swear.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, cool.
Damn it.
Well,
is that a swear?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Let me say hello to both of you. First of all, Jay White, welcome.
Hello.
How are you feeling? As good as that.
Lost for words, apparently.
Lost for words. Well, I tell you what, it is splendid to have you here. Now, obviously, it's your first time playing the game. You've seen some of the others. In fact, you've written for a couple of the others. Do you think that your writing for this game is going to help you win over Prey?
Absolutely not, because it's a toot pack. And in our collaboration, I think we've established that we have very different areas of knowledge.
Indeed.
Put it that way.
Well, let's see what happens. It's a game with massive swings and anything could happen. Wish you the very best of luck tonight, Jay White. And you are going to be buzzing off against Prey. Prey, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm all right. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excited? Nervous?
Bit of both.
Bit of both. Well, that's good. Excited nervousness. Now, obviously, Jay White has written a couple of packs for this before. I don't know how much of the rest of the season you've seen. Are you well versed on the game? You think you're gonna stand a good chance tonight?
I've watched some of the previous games, so I know what to expect. But I'm still nervous.
Nothing to be nervous about. We're all friends here. All friends and all in the spirit of good fun. Well, I wish you both the very best of luck tonight. What I'm going to do, as I always do at this point, is whisper to you the room code, or you can join with any name. If you go to buzzer.dev, you'll need to enter this room code with any name you like. And when you enter that room code, it will buzz in. So, Jay White, if I send you that code in the first instance, if you'd like to go to buzzer.dev, type that code in, we'll hear that Jay White sounds like this. Oh, there we go. Before I could finish doing the intro, there we go. Jay White's in the room.
Where are you whispering it? Sorry.
If you go to buzzer.dev.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, there's a room code for you. Any name, but with that code, Prey sounds like this.
But he's lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
And yes, if you can figure out what Prey's buzzer is saying, 'tis a silly man on his buzzer, must be said. Before the end of the stream, hopefully we'll have another couple of chances to hear that over the rest of the evening. Now, rules are very, very simple. All you've got to do is win the chevron, and whoever's got the most chevrons at the end of the game will be declared the winner and go on to the next round. I'll explain the individual rules as we go. Obviously, this is a game for our two hot seat players, so if you want to play along in the audience, do it without typing anything into the chat. If you're in a voice channel somewhere and you want to sort of chat along, that's up to you. You can do that if you like, but please keep the answers out of the chat until I have revealed them. But if you do want to play along at home, you can suggest a title for this episode based on something amusing or something meme-worthy or a funny answer or a question that comes up. You can do that by whispering to Persephone's Twitch spot your title preceded by an exclamation mark. For example, something like that. At the end of the game, I will pick my favourite. They are all anonymised, and I will pick the one that makes me laugh the most. That will be our title. You've got 30 pennies, and you'll get your name in the credits, which will be lovely. Right, Jay White, Prey, both ready to play?
Yes.
Okay, well, just to confirm, as Jay White mentioned, this is a pack written by our friend. Now cut that out. Very best of luck to both of you. Let's go to round number 1. Round number 1 is the trivia search. You'll be shown a 12 by 12 word search grid, and a category hidden within that word search grid are 5 words that fit in with that category. All you've got to do is hit your buzzer and tell me what the word is. There are 5 in the grid, and so the first to 3 wins the point. Additionally, if you go ahead of your opponent, i.e. you've got 1 and they've got 0, then you will start a countdown on them. If their countdown runs out, they automatically lose, so it adds a little bit of pressure that they can stop their clock if they tie up the scores at any point. If you buzz in and are wrong, you are frozen out for 10 seconds. That's whether your clock is on or not. And over the course of the game, the letters from the word search will gradually disappear, which means in theory, by the end, it should be pretty obvious what is left. So, do wait for me to confirm who has buzzed in case there's a simultaneous buzz and I need to do some magic by looking at the inspector. Best of luck to you both. The first category is types of melon. Slow start here. Wait. Oh, and here's Jay White. What have you seen, Jay White?
Honeydew.
Honeydew is there. Pray your clock's on. Buzz and give me a correct answer to stop it, otherwise you'll lose the point after 30 seconds. Jay White, you can buzz again to go further ahead if you can see something else.
My clock is probably going to stay on. For
well, in 15 seconds we'll have an answer either way.
Yeah.
Any more for any more? There are 4 more melons up there.
Lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
Oh, hello, Prey. What have you seen?
I'm going to buzz in and say water.
Water is a good guess, but unfortunately it is not up there, I'm afraid.
Oh,
You are frozen out for 10 seconds and may have just handed the first point over to Jay White there if you don't get back in before your clock runs out. There it is, Jay White taking the first point. Very well played. First to 2 points, of course, wins the round and the chevron. Let's reveal the missing answers that were up there that you didn't find. You had Cantaloupe, Cassava, Galia, and Crenshaw. A bit of a tricky one to start. Let's see how you get on with trivia search number 2. The category is ghostly words. Ghostly words.
But it's lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
Yes, Prey.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist is up there. Jay White, your clock's on. You can buzz again, Prey, if you see something else. About half your time, Jay White, before you surrender the point. Any more for any more? Jay White into that dangerous territory now. And that is...
You're the only one I could see.
Poltergeist, the only one you can see. Well, there were 4 others up there. Prey, you've taken that second point. The missing answers up there: Apparition, Wraith, Phantasm, and Shade. Missing answers up there. So we go to the deciding board for the chevron, and the category is surnames of economists.
Oh, God.
For God's sakes.
So we'll wait for some of the letters to come out, and as soon as you see anything, do give it a buzz.
But it's lovingly
hang
rubbed
on.
with rhubarb.
Yes, Prey.
Friedman.
Friedman, yes, Friedman is there. You've got a point on the board. And Jay White to equalise.
Laugher?
One more time.
Laugher?
Yes, Laffer is there. Good spot. You've
Oh.
stopped your clock, and it's 1 apiece. So, clocks are stopped. Back to searching through the grid. Prey with the slight advantage at the moment because he's got more time. Those letters will gradually be removed, and they'll start to speed up as the round goes on. Any more for any more. Here we go, we're at the next speed cycle now. I promise you there are 3 more up there. Yes, Jay White to take the lead.
Ricardo.
Ricardo, absolutely right. And Prey, your clock is now on. Jay White to take the chevron.
Stiglet?
Stiglet, good spot. Yes, absolutely. Finding 3 out of 5 of them there. Prey with the early point, but Jay White with the comeback has managed to take the point and the chevron. The missing answer up there was Piggo.
Oh god, that would have been hard.
That would have been a tricky one to find even with no other letters left. But Jay White, you have managed it. Very well done. You've taken the first chevron. So, after that opening round, a bit of back and forth there, but Jay White takes an early lead 4-3. Let me go to my question viewer. I have got a few answers coming in title suggestions coming in. Do keep them coming in. I will pick my favourite towards the end of the stream, and your name will appear in the credits. Jay White with the early lead going 5-4. I think I said 4-3. I meant 5-4 up. Prey playing catch up at this point, but of course from this point onwards every chevron you win means your opponent loses a chevron. So let's go on to round number 2. Round 2 is the auction house. How many things on a particular category can you name? I'll show you the category, and then one of you will bid 1, 2, or 3. Your opponent then has an opportunity to outbid, +1, +2, +3, or at any point they can challenge. We go back and forth until somebody challenges. At that point, you have to name the ones that you have bid, and if you manage it, you get the point. If you don't, your opponent gets the point. It is as simple as that. You'll have about 20 seconds and you must type into the little box on your buzzer screen, and your answer will appear in real time on the screen here. Hit buzz to lock in your answer. Okay, if we're all ready, let's go to our first auction house, and the category is locations referred to in the titles of Real Housewives series set in the USA, the UK, or Canada. Prey, you're opening the bidding. Would you like to start with 1, 2, or 3?
1.
We're going to start with 1. Okay, Jay White, would you like to go +1, +2, +3, or would you like to challenge Prey to name his 1?
+2.
We're going +2. We're up to 3. Prey, care to outbid? +1, +2, +3, or challenge?
Yeah, have it.
Is that a challenge?
Yeah, have it.
The gauntlet has been laid down, Jay White. I need 3 locations referred to in the titles of Real Housewives series set in the USA, the UK, or Canada. We are starting with London. Is the Real Housewives of London a real show? I'm afraid it's not, no.
I wouldn't bloody know, but yeah, let's have a go.
14 as good a guess as any. It's a big old city. Options you could have had there: Atlanta, Beverly Hills, Cheshire, Dallas, DC, Jersey, Miami, New Jersey, New York City, Orange County, Potomac, Salt Lake City, Toronto, or Vancouver. Not into your reality TV by the looks of it, but no worries. Prey taking that first point.
Definitely not.
We can go on to our second auction house. The category is regnal names of kings of France, 843 to 1792. Prey, how many can you name?
Go with 2.
We're starting with 2, okay. Jay White, +1, +2, +3, or challenge?
+1.
+1. Ooh, we're up to 3. Prey, +1, +2, +3, or challenge?
Challenge.
We're challenging. Jay White, 3 regnal names of kings of France.
Yeah, I am regretting this, but let's go. Yeah.
We're locking in James. Was there a King James of France? I'm afraid there was not. No,
I keep forgetting which ones are, from which country and
there's been a few Jameses in Scotland, and 1 or 2 in England and latterly the UK. But options you've got Carloman, Charles, Francis, Henry, Hugh, John, Lothair, Louis is obviously the big one. There's about 1 billion of them. Odo, Philip, Robert, or Rudolph. King Rudolph of France. Famous for his red nose, I'm sure.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
King Rudolph and his nose. Yeah. Well, it's Luigi Strats. Luigi Strats have paid off for you there, Prey. You have taken the second point, and you've taken the chevron for round 2. And just like that, the scores have been tilted. It is now 5-4 in Prey's favour. So a bit of back and forth going on here. Let's go to the next round, round number 3. Round 3 is the time warp. You will be shown an event and you need to hit your buzzer when the slider is pointing to the year in which that event took place. But just for fun, we're not going to show you all the years. We're just going to show you the start, the midpoint, and the end. Whoever buzzes first, your year will appear somewhere between the start and the midpoint. Whoever buzzes second, somewhere between the midpoint and the end. You might need to do a little bit of maths to work out roughly whereabouts you are on the slider. Whoever gets closest to their year wins the point, and the first to 2 points wins the round and the chevron. Simple as that. So let's go to our first time warp, and the event is the year in which Harry Houdini died. Pray, you're buzzing first here, sometime between 1885 and 1928, and your slider starts now.
But he's lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
1900. Okay, we're stopping at 1900. Jay White, if you know this, remember that might be a bit of a clue for you. For you, though, sometime between 1928 and 1971, we want to know, when was Paul Daniels born? Slider starts now. (1951) is where you are stopping. We can reveal that the correct answers are actually Houdini died in 1926, Paul Daniels a little earlier, so Prey a little bit late on the buzzer there. Sorry, a little bit early on the buzzer there. And, yeah, a little early on the buzzer. Jay White a little bit late, but Jay White, you were closest, 13 away. You actually born in 1938. Jay White taking the first point. Let's go on to our second board. Jay White, you're buzzing first this time. Mount Tambora's eruption, the most powerful eruption recorded by humans, took place sometime between 1649 and 1829, and the slider starts now. We're stopping at 1710. Okay. Oh, sorry, I went down the wrong way. Trying to talk and vape at the same time. 1710. Okay, Pray, for you, sometime between 1829 and 2009, we want to know the Valdivia earthquake, the most powerful earthquake ever recorded by humans, took place. Slider starts now.
I have no clue. So
Join the club.
Lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
1917 is where we are stopping. Let's take a look and see who was closest. It was Prey, 43 away. 1960, the Valdivia earthquake took place. Yeah, Mount Tambora's eruption was a little earlier than that. 1710, 105 away there, Jay White.
It's the other way around.
What's the other way around?
It was actually 1815, I believe. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
buzzed in.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm looking. This is the problem with me, and people have told me I need to fix this and put a name underneath it so it's clear what's going on. But yeah, 1815 is when it happened. 1710. So you're a little bit early there. 1960. Likewise, Prey a little bit early, but less early. So Prey taking that point. As we go on to the tiebreaker board, take a look at this. Prey, you're buzzing first. The Super Bowl achieved its highest ever stadium attendance sometime between 1945 and 1983, and your slider starts now.
It didn't click then.
He's lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
Stopping at 19.
I didn't have the window open.
That's a problem. Stopping at 1976, and we interrupt our program for a message from our sponsor, Only91_573.
I can't believe how much Ben looks like WWE wrestler AJ Styles in this camera angle.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but thank you very much, Oni, and thank you for the 100 bits as well. Stopping at 1976 there, Prey. So, Jay White, sometime between 1983 and 2021, we want to know the Super Bowl achieved its highest ever viewing figures. Slider starts now. We're stopping at 1995.
Hey, the year I was born.
Yeah, you were born, 1995. I was 7. Oh, I turned 7 in 1995. Well, let's find out who was closest. The correct answers were
Oh my
Look
god!
at that, Prey, just 4 out.
Really?
1980 was the highest ever stadium attendance, just
Okay,
4
I just
away
wanted
with
to say that was on
1976.
purpose. It
Was on purpose.
The window.
The window not being there was on purpose. Highest viewing figures were in 2015, so 20 away there, Jay White. Not a bad guess, but Prey that much closer, and that means Prey, you are going to steal the chevron. So going into the final round, Prey with the advantage, 6 plays 3, but all of that can change because in this round you get a chevron for every one that you get right. There are up to 5 questions that are going to be displayed. Let's go to the final round now. Round 4 is called On the Buzzer. You'll be shown a series of things. All you need to do is buzz in and tell me what you think connects the things. If you buzz in and are correct, you win the chevron automatically. If you buzz in and are incorrect, you are frozen out for 3 clues. Okay, so bear that in mind because you could be giving your opponent free information along the way. Really is that simple. Buzz in when you know what I'm talking about. And I will tell you that the first 2 of these are picture clues.
Oh.
So you'll be delighted to hear. It should get easier as it goes on. It should become more obvious, but I wish you both the very best of luck as we go into the final round. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. 1.
Oh.
2. 3.
What?
4. 5. 6. 7. And yes, I am shapes.
Huh?
8.
Oh my god.
9. 10. 11.
But it's lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
Yes, Prey. What do you think it is?
Are these like sitcoms that's like a male and a female name and like, you know, like Gavin and Stacey, Rick, kind of 2 names in its title? Like
You started out going in a random direction, but you've arrived at the right answer, so I am going to accept that, yeah. TV shows with 2 names in the title or an ampersand. Yes, absolutely. You saw Hope and Gloria, Simon and Simon, Ned and Stacey.
Like, there's method to my madness, but you know.
Sometimes it takes a minute to vocalise it. Hardcastle and McCormick, Sam and Cat, Rizzoli and Isles, George and Mildred, Tucker and Bertie, Lois and Clark, Gavin and Stacey, Rick and Morty, and the last one you would have seen would have been Beavis and Butthead. So, well done, Prey, taking that chevron. It's a sitcom to some, yes, I suppose it is, Ash. So that means, as we go into our next round, this is going to be a match point. Prey, if you get this, then there's no way for Jay White to come back, and you will win the match. Best of luck to you both. It's another picture round. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. 1.
Oh.
2. 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11.
But it's lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
Yes, Prey.
People with names beginning with Charles.
Is not the right answer, I'm afraid. You're frozen out for 3 clues, but it is the last clue, Jay. What do you want to buzz and have a guess?
I suppose.
Go on, Joe. What do you think it is?
Political mascots of some sort?
It's not, I'm afraid. Who is this in the last picture?
I have
Charles
no
Montgomery
clue.
Burns.
Charles Montgomery Burns. It is somebody. I pray you're in the right direction, but unfortunately you went with the wrong name. They're all Burnses. They were all Burnses. Yes, you had Catherine Burns, an incredibly obscure 1960s Best Supporting Actress nominee. Jake Burns from the punk band Stiff Little Fingers. Fire Marshal Bill Burns, played by Jim Carrey in Living Colour. Frank Burns from MASH. George Burns, the comedian. Ken Burns, the documentary maker. Pete Burns from the band Dead or Alive. Rabbi Burns, the poet. Bernie Burns, a YouTube guy. Gordon Burns from the Krypton Factor.
Oh my god! And,
And
I'm Scottish,
finally-
for God's sakes.
Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. So,
No clue.
even though that was a match point, nobody won the match point. There are still 3 questions left, which means technically, Jay White, you have still got the capacity to come back. So, we go to another match point, I think. Yes, we do. And I need you to buzz when you know what I'm talking about. No more pictures.
Yay!
The lowlife has lost its
Oh.
appeal. The Smiths.
Not much better.
You're always on the run now. Laura Branigan. Is it too late to say I'm sorry? Marillion. Takes you down to her place near the river. Leonard Cohen. I know this world is killing you. Elvis Costello. You're the poet in my heart. Fleetwood Mac. When will those clouds all disappear? Rolling Stones.
But he's lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
Yes, pray.
The songs that have been covered.
Is not the answer, I'm afraid. You're frozen out for 3 clues. Jay White, 3 free pieces of information for you. Here's the next. You're breaking my heart, Simon and Garfunkel. Call on me, Steve Winwood. Well, you came and you gave without taking, Barry Manilow. Pray back in on the next clue. You don't have to put on the red light, The Police. Why, Tom Jones? I'm begging of you, please don't take my man, Dolly Parton. One more clue. Is not my lover, she's just a girl who claims that I am the one, Michael Jackson. Last clue, going to give you both a chance to buzz if you'd like. Jay White, what do you think?
Lyrics after a name in the song title?
You're halfway there. I'm going to give you a chance to give me one more piece of information that I'm missing.
I've forgotten all the previous clues, don't worry.
What did you say? Toot, as the question writer, is saying he'd allow that. Just say one more time what you said to me.
Lyrics after the name in the title of the song.
I think actually
Person name.
that's what I was after. Yes, that's the name of a person. I'm going to allow that. Song titles that are girls' names is what we're after there. So all of those were lyrics from songs that had girls' names in the titles. You were just about there, and I think I allowed sitcoms for praise, so that feels about right. So the low life has lost its appeal. I don't actually know what all of these are. The first one I know, you came and you gave without taking. That was was that Mandy? I think by Barry Manilow. You don't have to put on the red light. That's Roxanne by the Police. Why Delilah by Tom Jones, and obviously
Then it was Billie Jean.
Billie Jean at the end is Not My Lover by Michael Jackson. So you've brought it back, Jay White. You have still got to win these next 2 points. Let's go on to number 4. Buzz, when you know what I'm talking about.
Buzz.
3 million a day. It had to be good to get where it is. Sign of good taste. Catch the wave. Look up America. We've got a taste for you. The great national temperance beverage. Ice cold sunshine.
It is lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
Yes, pray.
Is this slogans for food items or food and drink items?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a specific one.
I think that needs more. Toot is confirming my hunch that it needs more.
American food items?
Nope, that is your second chance. I'm not going to allow that. You're frozen out for 3 clues. Jay White, here's your next one. Refresh yourself.
Before you wreck yourself.
You can't beat the feeling. It's the real thing. Pray back in on the next clue. Official soft drink of the summer. I'd like to buy the world a Coke. Jay White.
Slogans of Fanta.
It's not slogans of Fanta, I'm afraid. Pray, do you want to take a buzz?
Nope.
Nope. You were
I have
so
no clue.
between you were so close.
Slogans. Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't work out the specific one.
It's Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Jeez.
They are slogans of Coca-Cola. I'd like to buy the world of Coke, official drink of the summer. It's the real thing. Always the real thing. I remember the advert with the very buff window cleaner man.
Apparently not.
That's never. This seems to stick out for me. But anyway, after an absolutely brutal back and forth, we have got a player with an insurmountable lead, and it means our winner is Prey.
Yay!
Oh, what a match! What a match, both of you. Jay White, commiserations to you getting off to a strong start. Just faltering in the middle and almost making the comeback there, but not quite. But have you had a good time?
Yeah. I feel bad for Toot because he wrote the pack that we couldn't fully appreciate.
I'm sure Toot was watching from the wings with great admiration for you both. But thank you very much for playing, Jay White. It's been a pleasure having you here, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Prey, it does mean you are our champion. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I can't believe it. Honestly.
Well, you
what a
are.
shock.
You are through. You're through to the next round. And in the next round, Prey, I can tell you now, you are going to be playing Jack Wilfred.
Oh, no.
In the next round. That is Ian Beale buzzer, which we'll look forward to in a few weeks' time. But you've got a few weeks to rest and recuperate before then. Have you had a good time?
I've had a brilliant time. This is great fun.
Wonderful. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you both here. Thank you both so much for playing. Jay White, commiserations. We'll see you again really soon. And Prey, we'll see you in the next round.
Thank you very much.
So, Jay White and Prey leaving us there, but Prey will return in the next round. And just before we roll the credits, I need to pick a winning title, and my goodness me, there's a lot of them. Let me see, which one do I like, and I will make the title and give 30 pennies to the one that I like. That's what? No, there is no lameness here. Do you hear the people singing the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Yeah. I must say, the music in the last round is very jaunty. I was saying Boo Earns. That's quite clever. I like that. That might be a possible one. Someone just gone melons. Nice. So let's just go pog off. That's quite clever. I'm not getting political. Prey has Boris on their side. Would it be 52-48? A lot of Rudolph themed names coming through. I quite like that. Yeah. Your title. Someone's gone for your title. Okay, let me see. Someone's going to set that as a challenge. Picture clues. What next? The animated GIF round. I'm afraid I'm not that clever. I do like the Do You Hear the People singing the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but there was no Les Mis in this round, otherwise that would have been really good. I do like the quite a few on the Rudolph theme though. There's two. I think I'm going to go for this one because this one's really cultured. That's my. I thought it might be a Rudolph one when it came up, but that's going to be my title for tonight, and 30 pennies to you if you've selected that. Thank you very much. Do stay right there, because after the break, we are going to have even more buzz-off between Inca and Claire with a pack written by Big Man Aaron. I will say there's another picture round in this pack, so I will need a few minutes to get that set up. I also need to grab myself another drink. So don't go away, because all that coming up after the break and more. We've got Risky Business and The Abyss still to look forward to. So stay right there, or grab yourselves another drink, whatever you've got. You've got about 5 minutes to go and do that. Congratulations again to Prey. Thank you to Toot for a lovely question pack, and thank you for watching. You have been watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Roy Dieu. And don't go away, because after the break we'll have even more buzz-off, Risky Business and The Abyss. Stay right there. We'll be back very, very soon. welcome back to part 2 of Game Night on Saturday, October the 23rd, where it's our second game of Buzz Off, and we've got two, I'm sort of saying vets of the game in that they've both played one before. So that sort of makes them veterans, because most people have only played one game of this so far. Let's meet our second pair of players. We have got Innes and we have got Claire. To both of you, a very good evening and welcome.
Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Lovely to have you both here. Now, Innes, Mr. Inca, depending on whether we're talking to you on Discord or Twitch.
Yeah.
You played in a test game, didn't you?
Yes, I think that was the first one on the stream. Me and I cut that out a long time ago.
Yes, a million years ago now. Because of course, because I went through a few iterations behind the scene, and then I sort of roped you two in as the winner of Super Week and the winner of Face Off to do a sort of a dry run of it. So you've got previous, Inca. How did you fare in that match against Toot? Remind me.
Not extremely well. I managed to mostly put it out of my mind until now. So if I can win one round before the final today, then that will be an improvement.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck. And Claire, welcome to you.
Hello.
You're actually the first person to play twice within the tournament.
Oh, lucky me.
Lucky you, because I think we had 34, so it didn't quite marry up in terms of a perfect bracket. So there were two players four players who had to play an extra game, and you were one of them. So welcome to the first round, having already won one game. How are you feeling going up against Inca tonight?
I am filled with trepidation, but also very much looking forward to it.
Well, I hope so. Well, I mean, the odds are in your favour. I mean, Inca's history does precede him somewhat, but you've won a game of Buzz Off and he hasn't.
Yeah.
There's got to be, there's maybe something to be said for that. Well, we wish you both the very best of luck, and you are going to be going up against Big Man Aaron's question pack tonight, and I have to say this pack is a complete delight. So I've got titles coming in already, and the title suggested is, Ben, if you read this out, Zeus will buy you a beer. There you go, Zeus. I've read it out. I'll cash that in whenever we get to QNL, I'm sure. So it's Big Man Aaron's pack that you're going to be playing against. Let me send you both the room code. Inca, I'll send you yours first, if you would like to type that in. And Inca sounds like this.
He's about to do something stupid.
What is that from?
It's a Simpsons quote, which it just seems quite apt for what is likely to be the situation.
We'll find out if that comes to pass. And Claire, same for you. If you'd like to type in that room code, we'll hear that Claire sounds like this.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Same as before, but that little bit louder. Thank you for the new version of that, Claire. So, you've both been here before, you both know the rules, and the very best of luck to you both. Let's go to round number 1. I'll go to my question viewer, I can actually see the questions. Round 1 is a trivia search. It's a 12 by 12 grid, which has got hidden within it 5 different things associated with the category that you will see. First one to buzz and tell me the answer will get a point, or will get a 1, and the first to get 3 words, or 3 things from the grid, will get the point, and the first 2 points wins the chevron. Simple as that. If you buzz and are incorrect, you are frozen out for 10 seconds. Also, if you go ahead, you start that clock on your opponent. They've got 30 seconds to tie the scores, or they lose the point automatically. Additionally, the letters will gradually be removed from the grid, which will hopefully make it a little bit easier to see what's going on. As ever, wait for me to confirm that you have buzzed, just in case there's a simultaneous buzz and I need to do something clever. Best of luck to you both, Inca and Claire. Let's go to our first trivia search, and the category is things with 4 legs.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Claire, starting off, what have you seen?
Elephant.
Elephant, yes, has indeed got 4 legs. Inca, your clock's on. That 10 seconds gone, Inca. You've got about 20 seconds to find something. Tie up the scores. Five seconds, Inca. And you're out of time, Claire, with just a single word found. Claire, you're not finding anything else either in there. There were 4 other answers that you could have had from that board, which were ant and deck, zebra, table, or chair. All of which have got 4 legs. And ant and deck, rather nice
hand.
Underneath element. Say again?
I had ant hand and I didn't see the deck.
And yeah, no, I was waiting for someone to buzz in and say ant, for me to freeze them out because I've got 6 legs. But there we go. Claire taking that first point. Let's go on to our second trivia search. Category is soups.
He's about to do something stupid.
Yes, Innes.
Cullen Skink.
Cullen Skink is there. Good spot. It's backwards as well. Claire, your clock's on.
He's about to do something stupid.
Innes, to go 2 ahead, what have you seen?
Vichyssoise.
Vichyssoise is also there. Claire's got to find all 3 in the next 10 seconds.
A little bit of the bubbly.
You think she's got 1? What have you seen?
Ramen.
Ramen is there as well, but you've got to find 1 more to stop your clock. If Innes finds it, then the game is his. 5 seconds. And you're just out of time there, Claire. Almost managing the comeback, but not quite. 2 other soups that were hidden in there. You could have had bisque or gumbo, which are apparently soups. Bisque and gumbo. Never mind, it's 1 apiece. Let's go to our final trivia search. The category is warning signs on UK roads. No, it's not, Jack. That is true.
He's about to do something stupid.
Innes, to set the pace.
Uneven road.
Uneven road is there. You're off the mark. Where your clock's on.
He's about to do something stupid.
And to go 2 ahead, Inca.
Cattle.
Cattle. Yes, cattle is there. There's 2. Claire again. Playing back.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Looking for 1 of them now. What have you seen?
Soft verge. Or soft verges.
Soft verge or soft verges is absolutely there. Your clock is still on. Can you find the other one to stop it? 1 of 2. There are still 2 left there.
He's about to do something stupid.
And with the second left on Claire's clock, and this is going to try and put a nail in the coffin. What have you seen?
Hump Bridge.
Hump Bridge, yes, Hump Bridge is also there, well spotted. 3-1, Claire with the second left to find 1 of the other ones. Have you seen what the other one could be?
No idea, no.
Risk of Ice. Risk of Ice is across there on the right-hand diagonal. But 2-1, a good start, a good battle there. Lots of words being found, but at the end of that round, Innes, you've got the first chevron. Yes, behave, Puzzle Dan. Hump Bridge. Hump Bridge. Sorry, I'll stop that now. So, Innes taking the early lead, the first chevron, it's 5-4, but still plenty of rounds to go. Claire on the back foot here, but like I say, 3 more rounds, all of that could change. Let's go on to round number 2. Round 2 is the auction house. You'll be given a category, and you've got to bid how many of that category you can name. And your opponent then has a chance to outbid you, +1, +2, +3, or they can challenge you to name them. If you succeed in your challenge, you get a point. If they challenge you and you cannot name what you have bid, then your opponent gets the point. First 2 points wins the round and the chevron. Simple as that. And for this round, again, make sure you're typing into the little box in your buzzer screen and then hit the buzz button to lock your answer in. About 20 seconds for each answer. Best of luck to you both. Let's go to our first auction house. The category is sports featured in Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort. And Claire, you're opening the bidding. 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2. We're starting off with 2, okay. Inca, +1, +2, +3, or challenge.
I think I can add 2 to that. +2.
+2. We're going up to 4. Claire, any more for any more?
No, thank you.
You're going to challenge?
I shall.
Inca, the gauntlet has been set. 4 sports featured in Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort. And the clock's on.
He's about to do something stupid.
Starting with bowling. Happy memories of doing this with my parents and grandparents and siblings at Christmas a few years ago. But was it its own thing, or was it on Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort? Yes, it was. 3 to go.
He's about to do something stupid.
Golf. Is golf featured on Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort? Halfway there. 2 more to go.
I'm the same. I played this at Christmas a long time ago. I think...
He's about to do something stupid.
Tennis. Did you get tennis on Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort? You did. 1 more, and the point is yours.
He's about to do something stupid.
Finishing off with boxing. Oh, focus on the right window. Was boxing there? Yes, it was. Very well played. You've named your 4, and you've got your point. Could you have named any more, Innes?
I know there was one more in the game that I played, and I'm drawing a blank as to what it was. Baseball?
Yeah, baseball was there. Claire, did you know any? Could you have named any more?
I knew bowling and tennis, and that was it. I don't think I've ever played it.
No, well, the other options you could have had: air sports, archery, baseball, basketball, canoeing, cycling, frisbee, power cruising, sword play, table tennis, and wakeboarding. Thank you, Big Man Aaron, for the clarification. If needs be, we will go there. Let's go on to the next category in our auction house, which is chemical elements that are not solid at 0 degrees Celsius standard pressure. Claire, opening the bidding. 1, 2, or 3?
Not solid at 0 degrees. Let me just understand the question.
Yes, quite. Not solid.
This is not room. This is not room temperature. This
not
is
room temperature. No, quite right. Not.
Yeah, 3.
We're going to start with 3. Inca, passing back to you.
Well, this has fallen off very much in my field. I hope I don't mess this up. I'll add 3 to that.
We're going +3. We're up to 6. Claire, care to chase?
Yes. Yeah, I'll add 3.
We're up to 9. Innes, any more for any more?
Don't want to get... It's getting into slightly dicey territory now. I'll add 1.
We're going +1. We're up to 10. Claire, +1, +2, +3, or challenge?
I'm gonna let Innes take it.
Was it an elaborate bluff? Was that confident?
No. I could totally do it. I'm very nervous.
So no need to be nervous. No need to be nervous. Are we challenging Innes to name 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's his field.
It is very much his field, but can he do it? Innes, 10 chemical elements that are not solid at 0 degrees Celsius at standard pressure.
Okay.
I will say, I don't normally give answers away, but boxing is not the right answer.
I really thought it was.
He's about to do something stupid.
We're starting with helium. That was my impression of me on helium. It's there. 9 more.
He's about to do something stupid.
I'll do an impression of me on hydrogen, as I'll probably be I'll be dead, I imagine. It's there. There's 2.
He's about to do something stupid.
On to nitrogen. All good. 7 to go.
He's about to do something stupid.
Getting around to oxygen finally. The thing we're all breathing is oxygen there. Hope it's not solid at 0 degrees Celsius. That'd be problematic if it was.
Yep.
He's about to do something stupid.
Fluorine. Is fluorine there? Or flowerine. I imagine your spelling may have been correct. I probably should have caught that. Flowerine. I can see what we're going for. Halfway there, Innes. 5 more.
He's about to do something stupid.
Going for neon. Neon. Is neon not solid at 0 degrees Celsius at standard pressure? Yes, it is. You're up to 6.
He's about to do something stupid.
Moving on to argon, which is all good. 3 to go.
He's about to do something stupid.
Krypton. down to 2.
He's about to do something stupid.
Xenon. Yes, it's there. One more, and the chevron is yours.
He's about to do something stupid.
Finishing up, you hope, with Radon. Very well played. Huge congratulations, 10. I think that's the highest bid, successful bid that we've seen. Out of idle curiosity, Ennis, how many more could you have done?
It would have got I'd have said chlorine, bromine, mercury, and then I'd probably have got cold feet.
Bromine, chlorine, and mercury, and then you would have run out of elements as well, because there were only 3 other answers up there. There were only 13, and you've named them. Bromine, chlorine, and mercury were the other 3.
I was very lucky with how those questions have felt. Sorry about that, Claire.
No, I was writing down what I knew, and while you were doing that, I had 6 of them, including mercury and bromine. So I feel like I've cut between us, we covered it.
Very well played, both of you there. But Innes with the 10 out of 13, very well played, and taking the point and that chevron. And it's 6 plays 3. Advantage firmly with Innes, but Claire with an opportunity to pull it back as we go to our next round. Time for the time warp. You'll be shown an event. You need to hit your buzzer when the slider is pointing to the year in which that event took place. Of course, we only give you the first, last, and midpoint of the year. Whoever is buzzing first will be in the first half of the timeline. Whoever is buzzing second in the second half of the timeline. And whoever is closest gets the point. First 2 points wins the round and the chevron. Simple as that. Let's go and take a look at our first event, which is... the Queen song, Bohemian Rhapsody, lasts for how many seconds? A bit of a tangent here. These are not events. These are numerical in a different way. Innes, you're buzzing sometime between 248 and 417 seconds, and your slider starts now. It's time in a way. Good point, Jerry.
He's about to do something stupid.
Stopping at 370. Okay. Claire, for you then, sometime between 417 and 586, presumably seconds. The Don McLean song, American Pie, lasts for how many seconds? Slider starts now.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Stopping at 478. Let's take a look. The correct answers are... both pretty close. Bohemian Rhapsody, 355 seconds, which is 5 minutes and 55 seconds. American Pie lasting a bit longer, 516 seconds. I can't do the maths on that one. I haven't got the factoids to hand. Innes, 15 away. Claire, 38 away. So Innes taking that first point. Nicely done. Let's go on to our second time warp event. Claire, buzzing first. The Kaaba in Mecca is how many kilometres away from London? Some distance between 1648 and 9064, and your slider starts now.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
6,194 is where we're stopping. Okay, Inca, for you, some distance between 9,064 and 16,480. We'd like to know the Kaaba in Mecca is how many kilometers away from New York? Slider starts now.
He's about to do something stupid.
13,768. Quite a lot, quite a wide-ranging question. I think this might be the widest ranging question we've seen. Let's take a look. The correct answers are... Mecca to London, 4,793. Mecca to New York, 10,303. Inca, just shy of 3,500 away. Claire, just shy of 1,500 away. So you are closest, and you do take that point. Very well played. So we go to the deciding time warp, and I think it's going to be Inca to buzz first, or it might be Claire. Those are the options. We're looking for... it is Inca. The inventor Thomas Edison was born in what year? Sometime between 1825 and 1896, and the slider starts now.
He's about to do something stupid.
1841 is where you're stopping, Claire. We're looking for sometime between 1896 and 1967, and we want to know the inventor James Dyson was born in what year? Slider starts now.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
1943. Out of idle curiosity, do either of you know either of these dates?
I certainly don't know mine. I just reason it must have been towards the beginning of my scale, but not even confident of that.
Claire, any strong thoughts?
No, I was trying to think about whether he was how similar in age he was to my parents, and trying to do it from there. And I think I buzzed too early.
You know what? I do exactly the same thing when I'm trying to work it out. So how old is he compared to my mum? My mum's 60-something-ish.
Yeah.
What year are we in? 2021. 61. Well, I can reveal that the correct answers are... Not
well
a million miles away from where you buzzed. Edison, 1847. So, Inky, you were a bit early, but not by much, only 6 years. But Claire, even closer, 1947. You went for 1943, just 4 away. And by 2 on the timeline, you have snuck that point, and you're going to take that next second, whichever one it is, chevron. Well played. So, it's 2-1 in terms of scores, which means it's 5-4 on the chevrons. Inca with the slight advantage as we go to the final. And couldn't be closer. 5-4. Could we see all 5 questions? We'll have to wait and see. Let's go to the final round now. As ever, the final round is on the buzzer. You'll be shown a series of clues. All you need to do is buzz and tell me when you know what it is I am talking about. If you buzz and are incorrect, you're frozen out for 3 clues, giving your opponent some free information. Otherwise, you win the chevron outright. First to fill the board or gain an insurmountable lead will win the match. Otherwise, we go to 5 questions, and whoever's got the most chevrons at the end will be declared the winner. That's about all there is to it, other than to say that the first one of these will be a picture round. Best of luck to you both. Let's go to the final round. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Yes, Claire.
I believe they're all nouns that are described by a country. So French cricket, Norwegian blue parrot, Turkish delight.
Absolutely right.
Danish
yes.
pastry.
That'll do for me. They begin with nationalities. Very well played. What else did you see there? There was a big clue in that first one, actually. French cricket for you. What else did you see, Claire?
So I've written down band coffee ? Sketch dead parrot, dance New York. Not sure. So nothing really very helpful.
Concrete. You got Danish pastry and Turkish delight. It was an Argentine tango. There was Norwegian blue, is what you saw.
Yes.
Irish coffee. The band, it was a band. Innes, did you know who the band was?
I thought it was Backstreet Boys, so I was obviously wrong.
No, it wasn't. That was Swedish House Mafia.
Of course.
And you would have gone on to see Portuguese Man of War, Spanish Omelette, and Australian Rules Football. Claire, now with the advantage, 5-4. Let's go on to the next point. Game, puzzle, clue. Shut up, Ben. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. Manhattan, screwdriver, Peroni, rattler. Mint julep, appletini, Tennants, Magners. Glenfiddich, Seabreeze, Budweiser, Aspel. Irish coffee. Moscow Mule.
A little
Stella
bit of the
Artois,
bubbly.
Old Moot. Claire.
Whiskey drink, a vodka drink, a lager drink, a cider drink.
Spot on. My favourite clue of the whole
Very
thing is a
good.
whiskey drink, a vodka drink, a lager drink, and a cider drink.
And a little bit of the bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbly. That I said that is an absolutely amazing clue. So huge kudos to Big Man Aaron on that. That was absolutely gorgeous. And yes, you would have gone on to see Old Fashioned Bloody Mary San Miguel Summersby, John Collins Cosmopolitan Carling Copperberg, Drambury Grey Goose Carlsberg Bulmers, Johnny Walker Absolute Foster's Thatchers, and finally Jack Daniels Smirnoff Heineken Strongbow. Well played, Claire. It is now 6-3 in your favour, with 3 potentially more clues to go. On to the next. It is a match point, Claire. If you win this, the match is yours. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. Pendleton Badger. John Sheridan. John Mearsheimer. Donald Trump. Sarah Mars. Arnold Rimmer. Anthony Crowley. Homer Simpson. Michael Fox.
He's about to do something stupid.
Yes, Innes.
They're often referred to as, like, for example, Michael J. Fox. They're all J in the middle.
Absolutely, yes. The middle initial is J. No points for guessing who was going to come up at clue number 10.
Yeah. Or David.
Yes, it would have been. Yes, you would have gone and see David Bodycombe at number 10. So, Innes pulling a point back. It's 5-4 with 2 clues to go. It's still going to be a match point. Because, Claire, if you get this one, the match is yours. Otherwise, it's going to go to a decider. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. Op Holness.
He's about to do something stupid.
Innes after a single clue.
So they all played James Bond.
It's a good guess, but it is not the right answer, I'm afraid. You are frozen out for 3 clues. Claire, 3 free pieces of information coming your way. Former Steeler. Many people, but no sold. Two-way. Innes, you're back in on the next clue. 5 lines.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Yes, Claire, you buzzed just as I pressed the next clue button. What do you think?
Okay, I'm going to go for a guess. Is it Jerry Rafferty?
It's not Jerry Rafferty, I'm afraid. You are frozen out for 3 clues.
Okay.
Innes, 3 free pieces of information, starting with this one. Metropolitan Railway. Benedict
He's about to
Cumberbatch.
do something stupid.
Innes.
I feel this is a little bit of a steal if I'm right, but is the connection Baker Street?
Is Baker Street. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry,
sorry.
Claire. I couldn't allow Jerry Rafferty. It wasn't the answer. But yes, Baker Street. You'd have gone on to see Hudson, Conan Doyle, Saxophone Riff, London Road, and 221B would have been the ongoing answers from there. That's cruel. It's almost cruel to say it. I think if you'd said Jerry Rafferty Baker Street, I might have had to give it to you there, Claire. But as it is,
Okay.
Jerry Rafferty on its own was not enough for me to go with.
I was overthinking it.
Overthinking slightly. So,
Yeah.
Innes with the advantage, 5-4, and it is going to come down to this final clue. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. Possible. Chicken feet. The floor. Squat Sam. Multiplied. Altruism. And thank you very much to Pollock Halls for the 2-month subscription. Black or red? Many unjoin. Countess up. Mrs. and Mr.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Yes, Claire, for the match.
Are they opposites of game shows?
Almost exactly.
Like
what I've
in
got on.
versions of game shows?
Absolutely. Opposites of UK game shows is the right answer. The last clue you'd have had there was actually quite useful. So if we just go through them, possible would have been impossible. Chicken feet? Eggheads, perhaps?
Yeah.
The floor, opposites to the wall. Squat Sam. I can't remember what that one is. It's on the factoid. Aaron will tell us in the chat. Multiplied would have been divided. Altruism would have been... What's the opposite of altruism? What does altruism mean? I can't remember. Black or red, red or black. Many unjoin, only connect. Countess up, count down. Mrs. and Mr., Mr. and Mrs. Agreed, thank you, Ernie. And actually quite useful, which would have been the last clue, would have been pointless. So, after an absolutely furious back and forth, Innes on the offensive right from the beginning, but Claire managing to pull it back in round 3 and then to have a major steal in the final round. Our winner is Claire.
Well played.
Oh, that was such a good match.
It really was.
Really good match. So excited to watch. And can I say a massive thank you as well to Big Man Aaron for some really witty, very clever questions creeping up in there that put you two quiz veterans giving you a run for your money as well and putting you through your paces. So huge thanks to Big Man Aaron as well. Innes, it does mean it is goodbye for now, but you've been a splendid contestant. Have you had a good time?
I had a lovely time. It's a really good fun game, this one, and I knew Claire would be a tough opponent. You know, her being recently having joined the Only Connect family.
Yes, indeed.
As I did myself a long time ago, and you know, very lots of parallels. So I knew in that final round it was going to be quite a battle.
Out with the old, in with the new. The old Only Connect alumni are being replaced by the new Only Connect alumni.
Yep. Seems to be.
We'll have to see what Shapes has to say about that. But Innes, you've been a splendid contestant. Thank you so much for joining us. And Claire, huge congratulations. You've won. That's 2. You're the only player to have won 2 so far, I think.
Oh my god.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I've started shaking a bit less, but I mean, like, Innes, it's just a machine. So thanks for devising a game that it's possible to beat.
It's possible to beat Innes. Well, it's my pleasure, and I'd say it's been splendid having you both here. Claire, do you know who you're going to be facing in the next round?
No.
It is going to be our friend Clive of Legend.
Oh God! Oh
so
my God!
You have got Clive of Legend in the next round, and we look forward to seeing that in due course. For now, thank you both very much for playing, and we'll see you really soon.
Cheers, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks. Night. So, after an absolutely furious battle, and what a delightful question pack there from Big Man Aaron as well. I must remember to give pennies both to you and to Toot as well, if I don't think I've done that yet. That's it from Buzz Off for tonight. But the night goes on. We have got Risky Business from Riff Raccoon coming up right after this very short break. And then we'll be finishing the night off with The Abyss, with questions from myself, David, and Apodo Nuevo. I do hope you'll stay around for that. The Abyss has undergone some changes since last Saturday. If you didn't catch it on Tuesday, I just need to change the text mesh side, and I'll do that in due course. My God in heaven, I have got a lot of suggestions. Let's see what we like. I really like this first one that's come in. These are really funny, relating to that. I'm going to have to come back to them. Books, boots, and buzzer-beating bombardments. Loving the alliteration. Buzz Off by Ben J. Lafferty. That'd be funny if my middle initial was James, but I'm a Thomas, I'm afraid. That's really good. That's a really strong contender for yeah, I like that one a lot. Can I have a double OP, please, Bob? Oh, there's some absolute stingers here which I'm not reading out because one of them might win. Don't stop a London taxi and get a cabba to Mecca. Elemental boxing with Ant and Deck. Elementary, my dear Inca. Gumbo, children's wellies, the antipodes. What? That's very funny, but I don't know why. Oh God, my face hurts. I've just got J and J with an exclamation mark. I get knocked down. I get an elephant in return. Use Florian if you want to make unmendelevened bread. This is a very clever joke. I'll have to take your word for it. When the chat was talking shit about Dyson, my mum was playing Style Council records and it accidentally caused a minor socialist uprising. I don't want to read that one out because that's demonstrably hilarious. It's a little bit too long to be in the title. But you know you when you've been Argentine tangoed. I like that. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, but very fun. There's some really funny ones up here. I need to pick a favourite. Oh, this is really hard. My face hurts. I don't know why this first one that's alphabetically is Ant and Deck Eat Soup, which I really like. And I don't know why, but that's going to be a valiant runner-up. Oh, I've got it down to 2. And I'm going to go with... what isn't it going to be? I really like this one, but I think it's more because of something I said, so that's why so I'm not going to give it to that one, because it's not about me. I'm going to give it to the other one. So, very many congratulations to the person who put boxing isn't an element. I really like that, but it's not going to be our winner. That one is going to be our winner. I'm not sure who wrote it because obviously it anonymizes all my answers, all the titles as they come in. But that has given me an absolute riot reading some of them. What I'm going to do actually is just screenshot some of those, so I can. I can't screenshot apparently when the drop down's open. Never mind. So they'll be lost to the elements forever. But thank you all very much for watching. Do stick around because right after the break we have got Risky Business. As written by Riff Raccoon. Congratulations to Claire, commiserations to Inca. Thank you again to Big Man Aaron. And thank you for watching at home because you have been watching David J. Bodycom is more cultural than Donald Trump.
We're never gonna stop cause we never get enough. We burn till we're out of time. And when we get to the end, we're gonna do it again. Cause tonight is when we come alive.
Don't go away because right after the break we have got Riff Raccoon's Risky Business pack. Not one to miss. Give me 5 minutes or so to set it up. Time to grab yourselves another drink. I will be back very, very soon. Welcome back to Game Night on Saturday the 23rd of October. Wow, very much so. Time to gamble recklessly at the not chagrin, what's the word I'm after? The pleasure, I suppose, of Riff Raccoon. This is one that would benefit from just monitor, I think, because it's got built-in chat. That shouldn't cover the answers, I don't think. It might cover the bottom of the leaderboard, but it will give more screen real estate to you. Notifications will be a bit random at the bottom of the screen, but hopefully that'll be a better experience for everybody. Thank you for tuning in for Buzz Off. I hope you had fun. There were some 2 really good games there and some fabulous questions, so thank you very much to our contestants and to our writers. It's your turn to play, though, now. If you want to play Risky Business, type in the code. Don't crash. Thank you, LWFM. Oh, we're frontier. Get them to come and play. Get them to set up a Twitch account and get them to come play. That's the solution right there. Gold, silver, and bronze medals are available for you in this game, and in this game, points equal pennies at the end of it all. So do come and join. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 23 so far. Room for a few more. Do come join the game. Happy Weekend FM. I like that. I've got to remember my camera's over there. I can't just blow smoke into it anymore. Otherwise I'll disappear. Let's whip 4 meringues. Who's the DJ? Oh, yeah, London Weekend. Yeah, I would be the DJ, presumably. Maybe. 24 players in play so far. Room for a little more. Do come join. We're all friendly. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the game. Yeah, it's taken 5 minutes just to sit and mellow. Leave wine for me. That's my maxim. That's my prayer. Leave wine for me. I've just gone to pour my wife a glass of Prosecco as well, so you're watching Friends next door at the moment. And my brother is right, my hair is better when it's just down without the band, if I do the sort of slightly emo fringe over there. Remember emo fringes? They were all the rage when I was at university with your hair swept slightly to the side, except it was forward and to the side. A little bit of the bubbly. Yes, we're still on the bubbly. I don't start drinking red wine until the clocks change. That's sort of my rule. We have got a few bottles in preparation, and also in preparation for the wine rack that we've just ordered for the orangery. We've got a new sort of cabinet for storage stuff, but it's got a wine rack built into it. So yeah. Problem is we drink wine so fast in this house it's never full for very long. Yeah, we want to get a load of wine so we just fill it up and then have a wine rack that we take from and a wine rack that's for display. That's sort of how we roll. The wine rack of riches. I don't know about that. Yeah, the wine rack of expensive wines. But we don't have any expensive wines. We just need to get some cheap crap wine and just cover it in dust. And they'll yeah, it was £4,000 that bottle. We don't open it. We never open it. And then we leave it for 100 years and then see if it's any good. Wine is not an emulator. Well, that is the end of the Riff. So we've got 26 in play to go and play Riff Raccoon's themed Risky Business Pack. So I'll count you down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, not that Riff, 2, 1. Let's lock up the game. Oh, welcome, Jack Wilfred, just in time. Just as my finger was literally doing that, about to press the button. Welcome to the game, Jack. You are in. Let's play Risky Business. And And there you all are over on the right-hand side. Welcome, AB Me, Zeus, Topper, Innis, Shapes, Samster, Big Man Aaron, Quizface, Puzzle Dan, J White, Claire, Tabstop Dogfish, Toot, Mark, Prugs, Joe, Colo, Brand New Halo, David, Emily, Oni, Derek, Yellowtail, Brian, Connor, and Jack. Lovely to have you all here. Gold, silver, and bronze available, and of course points equal pennies in this game. Let me give everybody else a risky, and let's hope for the magic number. Oh! A risky 65. It was so close. I've got to do this at least 3 times during this stream in the hope that one day we will get risky 69. I swear since I built this app, it has never been 69. Hang on, that's a bit of my floor. A bit of my floor that is peeling underfoot at the moment. Risky 65 for life. Risky 65 is blue dabba D dabba die. It certainly is. I'm not going to leave this one up for long though. I'm going to shut it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, half, quarter. There we go. 29 players grabbing the Risky 65. So, if you are in the lobby, welcome to the game. This is Risky Business. 3 rounds, and all the questions have been written by Riff Raccoon. Let's go to round 1. Yep. Round 1 is called Favourable Odds. You'll be presented with a question and 5 options. 5 in frame. More than one of the options may be a correct answer. You need only submit 1 letter, though, for each question within 15 seconds. Number of correct answers reduces with each question, whilst the amount of points you score increases. Answering a question incorrectly at any time will reduce your score to 0. For the first 3 questions, abstaining will not affect your score. But to play question 4, you must choose to risk your points when prompted. And remember, on question 4, you only get the options. You don't get the question until after you've chosen to risk or bank. If you don't want to play, do nothing. Your score will be banked and it'll be safe and no one can touch it again. But if you choose to risk, then you'll be presented with 4. If you choose to risk, then you must answer abstention is treated as wrong. Question 4 has 5 options and only 1 is correct. If you pick the right one, your score is doubled, but otherwise you lose everything that you built up in the round. Total of 3 sets, 4 questions in round 1 with a maximum of 60 points available. Question 4 is the only one that's a little bit weird. All you need to do is whisper a letter to Persephone's Twitch bot A through E. Good luck, have fun. Round 1, favourable odds. We've had Trump and Boris tonight, and somehow only managed to be more disgusting than both. What's he said? A 65 is a 69 where the blokes had a really... Hey! That is grim. You are grim, mate. I'm not going to award that with pennies. You're a true vulgarian. Anyway, it's favourable odds. Here's question number 1. Options are bucks, giraffes, grizzlies, pelicans, timberwolves. Name an NBA team. 4 of those are correct. Might as well have a go on this one. 2 points if you can tell me the correct answer. No points if you find the 1 wrong answer that's up there. Topper, Big Man Aaron, David, going the wrong way, going for giraffe. No, there's no giraffes, I'm afraid. I have got some factoids for this. Let me go to my factoid sheet. And zoom out to... Okay, let's zoom out to 50%, then I might be able to read it. No, okay, I'm going to have to go somewhere between. 68? Okay, let's just crunch that cell in. I'm sure it'll be fine. And crunch that one in, and I'm sure I'll be able to... Oh, they wrap anyway, that's fine. So the New Orleans Pelicans, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Milwaukee Bucks. Giraffes are tall, but don't play basketball. Real shame, that. Bad luck if you put that, then I'm just going to move that to there, and that one to there. And now I can see both the chat and my answers. Lovely. Timberwolves, the most popular answer there. 40% of you going for that. Let's go on to the next question. Remember, those points are still at risk. You can abstain if you don't know. Those points are preserved, so bear that in mind. Let's go on to question number 2. Lebanon, Mexico, Kazakhstan, Uganda, Albania. Name a country whose national flag features an eagle. 3 of these answers are correct. You get 3 points if you could name any one of them. Oh, Emily, you found one of the 2 wrong answers. As has Connor, I'm afraid you wipe out. You're back to 0. Bad luck. Yes, Mexico, Kazakhstan, and Albania are all correct. No one go for Kazakhstan, but Lebanon and Uganda, I think one of you each going for each one of those. Incorrect answer, I'm afraid, and you'll wipe out. Mexico has a regular eagle. Kazakhstan has a steppe eagle. Albania has a double-headed eagle. Uganda features a grey-crowned crane. Uganda features a grey-crowned crane. That's really difficult to say. Lebanon features a cedar tree. Don't know if you might find an eagle in a cedar tree. But not on the flag, certainly. So, most people up to 5 points, a handful of people on 3, a couple of people wiped out. One more question before you've got to make a decision. Only 2 correct answers to this one. 5 points if you can find one of them. You don't have to play. Options are Toucan Sam, Chip the Wolf, Cornelius Rooster, Buzz Bee, Trix the Rabbit. Name a breakfast cereal mascot closely associated with fruit. Susan Claire having a think before deciding whether they're going to risk. They did go for the risk for the maximum of 10, and it worked out for them. Toucan Sam and Trix the Rabbit were the right answers. Cornelius Rooster, Buzzbee, and Chip the Wolf. A couple of people going for Cornelius Rooster. Toucan Sam is from Fruit Loops. Trix the Rabbit is from Trix. Chip the Wolf from Cookie Crisp. Buzz Bee from Honey Nut Cheerios. And Cornelius Rooster is from Corn Flakes. They don't have fruit associated with them. So, well done. Quite a few players on 10 points here. So, a lot of big decisions to make as to whether or not you're going to risk. Remember, on this one, you only see the options. If you want to risk, it's R to risk. Otherwise, leave it blank and we'll put it in the bank and those points will be safe. There is only one correct answer. If you abstain, it's treated as wrong. But if you play and get it right, you double your points. Get it wrong or abstain and you lose everything from the round. Options are Rabbit, Chaz and Dave. Crocodile Rock, Elton John. Eye of the Tiger, Survivor. Cool Cat, Queen. Werewolves of London, Warren Zevon. Bank or risk? R if you want to risk, leave it blank if you want to put it blank. Quite a few players putting some points into the bank there. We've only got 9 players attempting this question. Everyone else putting it into the bank. Those points are safe, cannot be touched, but you can't answer this question. Well, you can, but you won't get any points for it. 9 of you, though, ranging from 10 down to 5. Double points available if you can find the one right answer. You've seen the options, but what is the question? Let's take a look. Any UK #1 single? Only one answer up here. Double points if you can find it. Samson's done so. So it's Brand New Halo. Shapes wiping out there. Big Mara and Tabsop wiping out. Toots doubled up. Claire doubling up. Only wiping out. Connor. Oh, finding the right answer in the nick of time. Well played there, Connor. Yes, Eye of the Tiger by Survivor was UK #1. Werewolves of London reached number 87. Rabbit reached number 8. Crocodile Rock reached number 5. Cool Cat was not a single. Eye of the Tiger, the only one to reach number 1. I remember when a rock was young. Love that song. Singing it next Friday at a concert I'm doing, an Elton John themed concert, which I may or may not be streaming. Very well played. Claire and Toot taking the early lead with 20 apiece. Let's put the points in the bank. And just confirm that up. Claire and Toot with 20 in the bank. We've then got Zeus, Innes, Samson, Quizface, Puzzle Dan, Jay White, Mark, Joe, Brand New Halo, Derek, Yellowtail, Brian, Connor, and Jack all on 10. AB Me, Dollfish, Prugs, Kolo all on 5. David's on 3. Topper Shapes, Bigman, Aaron, Tabstop, Emily, and Oni yet to score. Let's go on. 4 correct answers to this next question, and options are Sloth Bear, Russian Bear, Giant Panda, Spectacled Bear, Sun Bear. Name a member of the Ursidae family. Only one wrong answer up here. Might as well have a go on this one. And finding the wrong answer. Quite a few people go for Russian Bear, which is not a member of the Ursidae family. I don't know if it's an actual bear or not. Russian Bear, Wikipedia article. It's used in cartoons, but it's not an actual bear. So yeah, a bit of a split going on there. The factoid for this one is just bears are nice. Yes, they are. Love a bear. Right, lots of people getting 2 points there. Let's go on to the next question. 3 correct answers to this one. Take a look. Eleanor, Jeanette, Brittany, Theodora, Simone. Name a chipette. This is one of those ones that I didn't have a clue when I saw the question. As soon as I punched it into Google, I thought, oh. So the chipettes are the female equivalent of the chipmunks, as in Alvin and the. So Theodora and Simone, Theodore, Simon, Alvin, Simon, Theodore, they are the chipmunks. Eleanor, Jeanette, and Brittany, are the chipettes. So that's what we're after there. Alvin, Simon, Theodore, the chipmunks in that one. Puzzle Dan, Brand New Halo, Derek, Brian, Aiden, E, Coda, and Topper keeping their points safe. Innes, Samster, Quizface, Jay White, Yellowtail, Jack, Dogfish, Proogs, David, Shapes, Tapstop, and Emily all wiping out there. Claire and Oni moving up to 3. Big Man, Aaron, Connor, Joe, Mark, Zeus, and Toot moving up to the maximum of 5. Let's go on to the third question. Only 2 correct answers here, but 5 points if you can find one of them. Options are B movie, Dog Soldiers, The Ant Bully, Dog Eat Dog, National Treasure When Eagles Soar. Name a movie in which Nicolas Cage appears. Oh my god, so much wipeout happening! Some people waiting to see what other people are saying before putting an answer in, baby. I'm not touching that. I'm not going near that. Thought that might catch you up. B movie, National Treasure When Eagles Soar, and Dog Soldiers, all incorrect answers. National Treasure When Eagles Soar is a movie that does not exist, and yet Riff wishes it does. I'm sure that would be great. B movie and Dog Soldiers do not feature Nicolas Cage yet. The Ant Bully and Dog Eat Dog do. Very well done to Toot, Derek, Samster, Quizface, and Jack, who all gave the correct answer. Congrats as well to Zeus, Connor, Big Man, Aaron, Brian, AB, me, and Cola, who abstained from that question, preserving their points. Everybody else, I'm afraid, you wiped out. You're not going to get any opportunity to risk on this next question. But there's a big range of points for people who can. 10 right down to 2. Remember, R if you want to risk, leave it blank if you want to bank. Only 1 correct answer, double points if you're right, nothing if you're wrong. Options are Canadian horse, Canadian moose, common loon, Canada goose, polar bear. Bank or risk? Remember, you can only risk if you've got some risk to risk. Only risk if you've got some risk to risk. That's a verb and a noun and a verb. Risk for 5 people by the looks of it. Derek, Samster, Quizface, Big Man, Aaron, and AB Me all putting some points at risk here. Everyone else putting their points into the bank. Toot taking a lead of the bank players on 30. Let's see what these 5 can make of this question. Good luck. Name an official symbol of Canada as recognised by the Canadian government. Big Man, Aaron wipes out. Derek wipes out. Maybe me wipes out. Samson wipes out. Oh my god, everyone wipes out! And between you, you've gone, well, not quite for all of them. Canadian, there's a lot of people going for common loon. No, Canadian horse was the only correct answer. And I've got a link here, which I'm just going to go and have a little peep at. I did have a peep at it when I proofed this back. Official symbols, the beaver, which wasn't there, the coat of arms, the maple leaf tartan, the maple tree, the national anthem, the national flag, the national horse, which is the Canadian horse. The national sports, the national colours are all official symbols recognised by the Canadian government. Unfortunately, the common loon, the Canadian moose, the Canada goose, and the polar bear are not recognised by the national government. That's a lot of wipeouts. Unfortunately, no points to bank there. So Toot with the lead of 30. Claire's in second with 20. Zeus, Connor, Jack taking third with 15. We've still got Topper, Shapes, Big Man, Aaron, Tapstop, Emily, and Oni yet to score. We've got 4 more questions coming up. 2 points if you can find one of the 4 correct answers to this. Options are Scrub Tit, Pink Cockatoo, Billabong Warbler, Australian Bustard, Dusky Wood Swallow. Name a wild bird found in Australia. From everyone, not correct answers. Managed to have 8 people find the wrong answer there. 29.6% going for the Billabong Warbler, which is not the right answer. The Dusky Wood Swallow, the Australian Bustard, the Pink Cockatoo, and the Scrub Tit, all correct, but unfortunately the Billabong Warbler is not. Bad luck on that one if you didn't get any points, but well done if you did get 2 points. Let's go on to the next question. 3 options here, 3 points if you can find one. Options are Nerd Ride, Neat Pole, Tootsia, Long Pain, Heat Plan. Name an animalogram. An anagram of an animal, that is. 3 of those are animal anagrams. Anagrams of animals. But no penalty for abstention here, but you do wipe out if you're wrong. Interesting. Brand new Halo and AB me choosing to abstain. 2, Jack, David, Topper, and Emily wiping out on that one. Everyone else giving me a correct answer, ranging from 3 to 5. Nerd Ride and Heat Plan were wrong. So Tootsia is an anagram of tortoise. Neat Pole is an anagram of antelope. Long Pain is an anagram of pangolin. Nerd Ride is almost an anagram of reindeer, but there's an extra D and a missing E. And Heat Plan is almost an anagram of elephant, but there's an extra A and a missing E. Bad luck if you went for one of those, but well done if you gave me a correct answer. Let's go on to the next question. 5 points if you can find a correct answer to this. 2 correct answers available. Options are Bionic Beaver, Nice Narwhal, Dancing Dingo, Hungry Hippo, Hoary Hedgehog. Name a code name of a release of the Ubuntu Linux distribution. Quite a lot of abstention there, but a lot of wipeouts as well. Nice Narwhal, Dancing Dingo, and Hungry Hippo, all incorrect answers. The actual releases were Natty Narwhal, Hirsute Hippo, and Disco Dingo, not Dancing Dingo. Disco Dingo. Bionic Beaver and Hoary Hedgehog were also the correct answers. Well done to Zeus, Quizface 2, Jack, David, Topper, and Emily, who got the correct answer there. A range of 10 right down to 2 points available for risking. Remember, if you've got no points, you cannot risk on this question. It's all over the place, this game, isn't it? Scores all over the shop. There's a shouty puppy next door. We will show you the puppy, Samster, in just a moment, so do sit tight. Yeah, you forgot you didn't have to answer. You don't have to answer. That's always an option to preserve your points. Well, you have now got an option if you have got some risk accumulated to either bank or risk R if you want to risk. Remember, there's only one correct answer. Abstention is treated as wrong. And you only see the options, not the question, before you have to make your decision. Options are RJ, Rascal, Rocky, Ralph, Rafe, Riff. Bank or risk? R if you want to risk. Handful of people. Where could this question possibly be going with only one correct answer? Samson, Mark, Topper, Big Man Aaron, Puzzle Dan, and Brand New Halo, the 6 players risking 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, and 2. A lot of people putting points in the bank. Don't blame you there. Best of luck. Abstention treated as wrong. Only one right answer. Here is your question. Name a fictional raccoon whose anime appearance contributed to the problem with invasive raccoons in Japan. Big Man Aaron wiping out. Samster's doubled up. Mark's wrong. Brand New Halo's wrong. Topper's doubled up. Well played. 2 out of 6 getting the right answer, which was Rascal. 3 players going for Ralph and 1 player going for Riff. So let me read you this factoid. Although the anime Rascal the Raccoon storyline revolves around the difficulties of taking in a raccoon as a pet, Japanese citizens became inspired to import raccoons to the country as their pet, leading to unforeseen consequences. In Japan, up to 1,500 raccoons were imported as pets each year after the success of Rascal the Raccoon. In 2004, the descendants of discarded or escaped animals lived in 42 of 47 prefectures, and then to all 47 prefectures by 2008. So that was the answer. There's a bit of a story behind that question. A little bit of niche knowledge, but I don't think that's any bad thing in this game. Very well played. If you did give me a right answer, your points will be going into the bank. That is the end of round 1. Let's check out the scores. Worth pointing out that all the answers were raccoons. So, 2 with an early lead of 35. Zeus is in second with 25. We've got a 5-way going on between Samster, Quizface, Claire, Connor, and Jack Wilfred, all on 20 points. And we're going to interrupt this broadcast for a Show Me the Puppy, which was requested by Samster. Hello, my gorgeous boy. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. What lovely kisses. What lovely kisses.
Love you.
Yes, you do.
I love you.
Here is a show me the puppy. Oh, I don't want to spill you, but I do want to go to full cam. Please don't pee on me.
Pee on you.
We go to just cam. Did I set up just cam? Shit, I didn't set up just cam. Okay. Apparently that's not one I set up. Let's go. Oh crap! This is the thing. OBS doesn't
while you try and do things.
Yeah. So just cam. That's what I'm after. So OBS now doesn't fit on my monitor anymore. So that's fun. Oh, and of course it's all academic anyway because I haven't got an OBS cam on this game because there's an internal cam. So you'll have to make do with Small Dog. Small Dog. Yeah, thanks, David. I just realised that. Small Dog on small cam. Here he is.
Hold him up.
Dancing on Ganya. Well, with an animal-themed pack, it seemed appropriate to have a small dog here. How are you, my darling boy? He's taken an overzealous interest in my trouser leg at the moment.
He loves the trousers.
He's showing us how much he loves it on a very regular basis.
Like that, don't you?
Yeah. But he is good. Look at the camera. Look at the camera, Dexter.
He has reason to look at the camera.
Look at the camera and look at how gorgeous you are. Yes, you are. Look over this way. Everyone wants to see you. Oh, small dog in small box. There you are.
Mr. Man.
Yes, he calls me Mr. Man. Oh, look at his ears. Should we display his ears?
Oh, his, like, the ears, which are about... running you. Oh,
Giant ears.
Massive ears.
Oh, hello, gorgeous boy. Yes, I love you too. Are you going to bed now?
No, I need to go pee.
You need to go pee, do you?
I need to go pee.
Well, it's lovely to see you. Thank you for coming into the game. I'm going to give you back to Mummy now.
No!
Say bye-bye, Dexter.
No!
Say bye-bye, Dexter. There he goes. There he goes. Bye-bye, Dexter. And I'm going to mark that as a show me the Papa Samster. There you go. He's saying bye-bye. Yeah, I forgot I don't have a cam, but apparently I didn't hook up the just cam button, so I must have forgotten to do that. So I'll do that at some point. So, pretty close scores, 35, 25s and 20s in this animal-themed pack from Riffacoon. Got off to a lovely start, I have to say. Really, really nicely shaped pack. Well, we need to go on to round 2 and continue this game. So let me go back to my Risky Business profile and press the magic button. We'll go to round 2! Round 2 is the board game. You'll be presented with a question and 9 options. Anything from 4 to 7 of the options may be a correct answer. Submit as many options as you like within 60 seconds. In this round, syntax is unimportant. You can choose to separate your answer with letters with commas, spaces, full stops, or not at all if you prefer, but make sure you are submitting letters, not full answers. You may submit your answers either with a single message of several letters or individual letters, one at a time. You'll go blue as soon as a answer has been processed, whether right or wrong. And for each correct answer submitted, you'll receive 5 points. Submitting any incorrect answers, though, will reduce your score to 0. So it's like classic wipeout in this game. Let's not trap that microphone wire in that drawer. Scores are banked after each board, which means with a total of 3 boards, there's a maximum score of 60 to 105 points available, depending how many correct answers there are in each. Can you redo your screen there? Oh, yeah, sorry, that's my bad. I forgot about that. It's just monitor is what I want. There we go. Apologies. I forgot that this one is just monitor. Yes, all done. So, 60 seconds for each board. Whispering the letters to Persephone's Twitch spot either one at a time or all in one go. Anything from 4 to 7 are correct. 5 points for each, but nothing if you find any wrong answers. Good luck, have fun. Round 2 is the board game. Here's board number 1. Options are... Mr. Mistopheles, Skimbleshanks, Bustopher Jones, Mungo Jerry, Young Deuteronomy, Thomas Perns, Matooth Decay, Asparagus, Pollicles. Identify the cats named by T.S. Eliot in Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats. There you go, that's all my dancing. That's more, yeah, Jay Keith. I still haven't read this or seen it in any form. Someone can request a kitty. I think they're both out, to be honest, Silent Three. They're both gone for walks. Derek, the only player yet to submit any answers. Gonna have to be quick, because here come the ticks. Might as well have a go at this one. Mr. Mistopheles, Skimbleshanks, Busterford Jones, Mungo Jerry, and Asparagus. Sorry, I bought some asparagus today. Were all the correct answers. Young Deuteronomy, Thomas Perns, Matooth Decay, and Pollicles all the wrong answer. Let's refer to our factoids here. So Young Deuteronomy should be Old Deuteronomy, Matooth Decay should be McCavity, Pollicles are dogs, not cats, and Thomas Perns is a play on Thomas Stearns, which is the TS in T.S. Eliot.
Guess you just went out and did a big poo and trod it.
Oh, lovely. I maybe won't hold in. Thank you for sharing that with the whole internet.
Need to poo poo.
Right, thank you. Apparently he's just gone and done a poo and trodden in it. Pog that dog is all I can say to that. But it's good that he's pooing outside and not in the house. Well done if you got one of those. And Prugs and Oni, very well played, finding 5 out of 5, 25 points. Oh, you're coming back to... Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. There's a bit of my floor coming up here, by the way.
You need rugs.
I need to get a rug in here,
and
don't I?
also, like, it just shows the shoddy paint job that the previous owners did on this
Yeah,
floor.
that's true. Mrs. Flush is here, by the way, everyone.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Telling me how bad my floor is and how badly I need a rug. To be fair, it's insulated enough in this room. It is 1 billion degrees in here at all times.
It's because you've got...
It's not. It's because stick your hand in there. Stick your hand in there.
Mr.
No, that is where the computer is.
I say.
Just stick your hand in there.
I didn't realise it was going to be that kind of stream.
Feel the heat that's being generated.
Oh my word,
it is warm in there, and it's all wood, so it's clearly setting it all on fire.
Like a bit of hot wood.
Yeah, quite. Anyway, Prugs and Oni getting 5 out of 5. Very well played. Toot Samps to Claire, Innes, Mark, and Joe finding 4 of them. Zeus, J-White, Tabstop finding 3. Connor, Brian, Colo, David finding 2. Jack, Puzzle Dan, ABME, and Emily going for the safe 1. Let's put those points in the bank. That was nice.
Sorry.
That was a bit hard, but the rest was nice. Let's go on to... Thank you for that. Let's go on to board game number 2. Options are Hunt, Haunt, Bow Wow, Fleabag, Tail, Doggo, Cur, Snoop, Spy. Identify the synonyms for dog according to thesaurus.com. Anything from 4 to 7 are correct, remember? Thesaurus.com. Okay, into the last quadrant of it. Connor and Derek still waiting for answers from you. So we've got a few seconds, but here come the ticks. After answers coming in. Oh, low scoring. Only 5 up there. Haunt, Bow Wow, Fleabag, Tail, and Cur. Doggo is not there. I thought Doggo would be, but it was not. Samster getting 4, Claire getting 3, Shapes getting 2, Toot and Jack for the safe 1. Everybody else wiping out with at least 1 wrong answer. You can go check it out. Thesaurus.com/browse/dog. Doggo is not there. You'd thought it would be, but apparently not. Let's put those points in the bank. Sam's now taking a tied lead with Mr. The Toot. 60 points apiece. Claire in second with 55. Zeus in third with 40. Lots of players on 30. Let's go on to the final board. Options are Delphinius, Volans, Lepus, Camelopardus, Aquila, Aries, Libra, Pavo, Ursa Major. Identify the constellations named for mammals. Mammals. Or hair, give birth to live young. What else identifies a mammal? I genuinely can't remember. That's good enough for now. So, about halfway through your time, can you spot your constellation mammals? Last few seconds, here come the ticks. Which are mammals? Which are not? A lot more green up there, that's what we'd like to see. Again, only 5 correct answers. Well done to Innes and Toot, who found all 5 of them. Delphinius, Camelopardus, Lepus, Aries, and Ursa Major. The wrong answers there. Volans, Aquila, Parvo, and Libra. Ursa Major is the great bear. Aries is the ram. Camelopardus is the giraffe. Lepus is the rabbit. Delphinius is the porpoise. I thought it was a dolphin, but apparently it's a porpoise. The wrong answers there. Volans is flying fish. Parvo is peacock. Aquila is eagle. And Libra is balance. Not a mammal, unfortunately. Well done to Toot and Innes finding all 5. Snaps to Claire, Zeus, Mark, Tabstop, Dogfish, and Big Man Aaron finding 4 of them. Well played to you. Big Man Aaron putting his first points in the back. Nicely done. J White Cola, Shaped, Brand New Halo, Emily finding 3. Prugs, only Jack, Aiden, and Topper finding 2. And Brian, David, and Yellowtail finding the safe 1. That is the end of round 2. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the scores. My, look at this. Toot in the lead with 85. 5 points ahead of Samster in second on 80. 5 points ahead of Claire in third on 75. Then a bit of a gap down to Zeus on 60. Innes on 55. Mark 50. J White 43. Proves and Oni and Jack on 40. Kodo 37. Tabstop 35. Shapes, Joe, Brian, Connor on 30. Dogfish 28. Brand New Halo and Emily on 25. David 23. AB 22. Topper and Big Man Aaron and Quizface on 20, Puzzle Dan Yellowtail on 15, and Derek on 10. Though I have a feeling Derek may be AFK. Right, one more round to make all the difference, and it could make all the difference with 85 being the highest score. Let's go to round number 3. I can't go off camera that way because angles. Round 3 is this or that. You will be presented with a question and 2 options. 1 is correct, 1 is incorrect. Submit A or B within 7 seconds. Answering a question correctly will give you increasingly more points. So the first correct answer gives you 1, the second gives you 2, and so on. Answer a question incorrectly at any time and it reduces your score to 0 and resets your correct answer streak. Those points only go into the bank when you abstain from a question. It banks your points, resets your correct answer streak at the same time. You have to start building up again from 1. So there's a little bit of risk versus reward in this game with it being a 50-50. But with 15 questions in round 3, there's a maximum of 120 points available. How many can you get? How much do you risk? Do you take a risk or do you put it in the bank and keep them safe, depending on what you're on and what you're chasing? Could make the difference in those decisions. Good luck to you all. Round 3, this or that. Question 1, this or that, A or B. Options are Chester, Charlie, Cheetos, Cheetah, Mascot. It is Chester. No one going for Charlie. A couple of people not getting an answer in time, but Chester was the right answer. Very well done. There's a point of risk, and the scores will not go into the bank. The risk won't go into the bank until you abstain. So we look at the banked scores at the moment. Toot's still in the lead, and then it goes by risk order thereafter. Let's go on to question 2. This or that, A or B. Options are cheetah, leopard, a big 5 game animal, it's the leopard, not the cheetah. Big 5 game animal. Leopard is what we're after. If you put cheetah, I'm afraid you have wiped out. Claire, Zeus, Innes, Mark, Oni, Jack, Colo, Tabstop, Connor, Dogfish, Brand New Halo, and Emily all on 3 points. The maximum amount of risk available. A few people banking their 1. Let's put it in the bank. Toot extending his lead. He's now up to 86. Samster wiping out on that one, still on 80. Let's go on. Question 3. This or that, A or B. Options are catalogue, category, the cat in Cat 5 cable, it is category. Category 5 cable is one of the things. Is it the one that goes in your TV? Was it the one with lots of little wires together? I can't remember. I did an IT course briefly last year when I was going to do something completely different. But no, category was the answer. I can't remember what it is, but category is what we're after. Mark, Oni, Kodo, Dogfish putting 3 points into the bank. Emily, Brand New Halo, Connor, Tapstop, Jack, and Claire still on the maximum risk of 6. Let's put the points in the bank. Still with that lead of 86, though at this point Claire is up to 81 of potential. Could overtake both of them with a couple more correct answers. Let's go on question 4. This or that, A or B. Options are tomography, telemetry, the T in CAT scan, Claire not going to risk those 6 points. She's going to put them in the bank. And David and Dan putting their 1 point in the bank. Tomography was the right answer. There's 4 players with the maximum streak. Jack, Tabstop, Connor, and Brand New Halo all with 10 for getting 4 in a row. Oh, did it not come up in chat? It did come up in chat at this end. That's very strange if you couldn't see that. Very odd. But 6 points are safe. They will go into the bank. Let's put them there now. You have moved up to second place, Claire. 81. You've ahead of Samson, but Samson's got 81 of potential. Twitch being weird Twitch stuff. It's showing at my end. It's possible it didn't show at every end. Blinding me. Bad luck on that one, Claire. But still time to make it up. You are in second place. Let's go on to question number 5. This or that. A or B options are dog, cat, cat, dog, Nickelodeon cartoon, it's cat, dog. Cat, dog is a cartoon, not dog, cat, I'm afraid. Tab stop, not taking the risk, putting 10 points into the bank. Very sensible thing to do right there. That will take you up to 45. Jack, Connor, and Brand New Halo still on a perfect streak after 5 questions. 15 points of risk. That's putting you up to Jack Wilford with the highest 55 potential points there. We'll have to see if you can maintain that. Let's put the points in the bank. Luke's still with the lead for now, 86, 3 points of risk accumulating. Let's go on. Question number 6. This or that. A or B options are Snoop Lion, Snoop Tiger, aka Snoop Dogg. I have to say, I had no idea about this, but clearly it's a very well-documented fact with given so many people getting it right. 74% go for the correct answer, Snoop Lion. A few people wiping out, going for Snoop Tiger. Brian, Dogfish, and David putting points into the bank. They will be safe. Jack and Brand New Halo still with a perfect risk streak, 6 out of 6. 21 points of potential. Jack Wilford now on to a potential score of 61. Let's put the points in the bank. Check out the score. Luke still with the lead, 86 banked, 6 at risk. Number of players behind, though, that could pose a threat, particularly Jack Wilford. Doesn't look like he's very much a threat at the moment because he's only in 10th place. But with 21 points of risk, remember that is going up very, very fast and could very soon make a difference at the top. But for now, let's go on. Question number 7. This or that. A or B options are Detroit Tigers, Detroit Lions, Major League Baseball team, quite a few players wiping out. Jack putting his 21 points into the bank, and I can't say I blame it. Detroit Tigers was the answer we were after there. Oni and Colo also putting 6 points of risk into the bank. Brand New Halo now the only player with a perfect score, 7 out of 7. 28 points of risk accumulated. Only 25 in the bank, so still a way to go before he's going to be threatening at the top. But remember, those points do go up markedly faster the further or the longer streak that you have. For now, let's put the points in the bank. Who's still with a lead of 86 and a risk of 10 accumulated. Let's go on to question number 8. This or that. A or B options are Liger, Tygon, bigger big cat hybrid, and just a factoid on that last question, the Detroit Lions are an NFL team, not a Major League Baseball team. The Liger is bigger than the Tygon. A Liger is the offspring of a male lion and a female tiger, whereas the Tygon is the offspring of a female lion and a male tiger. But the Liger is the bigger one. Brand New Halo continuing that perfect streak. 8 out of 8. 36 points of risk. Could be a major player. Currently up to a potential score of 61. But with big points. 9 points available for him for the next question. ABME, Toot, Zeus, Mark, and Dogfish putting points into the bank there. Toot deciding to bank there is going to extend his league at the top. Let's put them in the bank now. Toot up to 96 and leading. Comfortable at the top at the moment. No one in the immediate vicinity afterwards looking like they're about to catch up. But we've got to look down at Brand New Halo down here. 36 risk, 25 in the bank. That is going to be a big leap as and when he decides to bank, if he does. For now, let's go on to question number 9. This or that. A or B options are Zoni, Alhambra, a Zebroid, oh, Brand New Halo, I saw as your points started ticking down there. That is tragic, devastating to see. A zebroid is a hybrid of a zebra hybrid, and a zoni, which is a zebra and a pony, as opposed to an alhambra, which is, I'm not sure what that would be, but zoni is the answer we're after. Quizface now taking the risk lead, but actually Quizface banking as well. 21 of risk going into a 21 bank, going to take you up to 42. Connor, David, and Yellowtail also banking at this point. Let's see what that's done to the scores. Toot now with the strong lead, and now no real major threat to that title. 96 in the bank, 1 point of risk. Are there enough questions? There's still 6 questions left, so there's still time to catch up if you've already got some there, or maybe even if you already haven't. For now, let's go on question number 9, I think. This or that, A or B options are Belisha Beacons, Leslie Lamps, found near Zebra Crossing. That's question 10, I beg your pardon. It's the Belisha Beacons, named for Leslie Belisha, a former UK Minister of Transport. You find them near Zebra Crossings. Emily, Puzzled Dan, putting points into the bank, 3 points of risk going in. Colo and Topper now with the risk lead of 6 points accumulated. Let's put those into the bank. What needs to go in? Scoot's lead increasing, nothing in the bank, but the risk going up to 3, about to breach a potential 3-figure bank score. Let's go on question 11. This or that, A or B options are Toucan, Pelican, crossing designed for pedestrians and cyclists. It's Toucan, which comes from Toucan Cross, which is where that expression comes from. There is a pelican crossing. I have come across a pelican crossing, but the toucan crossing, because toucan is actually saying in the chat, yeah, driving theory coming to the rescue for some people. I didn't know that from my driving theory. I'd forgotten that if I ever did know that. I know the toucan, pelican, zebra. There's another crossing as well in the UK. Kono putting 6 points of risk in the bank. Shakes putting a single point in. Topper now with the risk streak of 10. Only 20 in the bank, so still got a bit of a way to go with 4 questions left, but could get a sizable number of pennies to him if he can get the last 4 questions right. For now, let's put the points in the bank. Puffin, yes, Puffin's one as well, and Pegasus as well. Pegasus is for cyclists, I think, or something like that. Toot still in the lead, 96, 6 points of risk. Let's go on. Question 12, this or that, A or B. Options are Pelican, Albatross, bird with the longest wingspan. I was worried for a minute, I was giving away an answer. Brand new Halo wiping out there. Everyone else who looks like they're still with us giving the correct answer. Albatross was the right answer. Let's take a look. No factoid for that, but the Albatross has got a bigger wingspan than a Pelican. Topper with the risk lead of 15, followed by Toot, Zeus, and Innis, who are all on 10. Toot with the bank lead at the moment. No points to put in the bank. Let's go on to question number 13. This or that, A or B. Options are Albatross, Eagle, Double Birdie, any golfists among you? Toot putting his 10 into the bank. Topper continuing with the streak now. 21 points of risk amassed with 2 questions left. That means there's a potential of 36 points. That means you could get 56 is your maximum highest score here, Topper. Eagle is a double birdie. Albatross is -3, as Brand New Header is pointing out, I think. Albatross is double eagle. Triple would be the Albatross, yes, indeed. Toot proves Colo and Shapes putting points into the bank. Let's put them there now. Toot, the first player to bank triple figures up to 106. Claire still was second with 81, but nothing in the bank. Samster, 80 in the bank and 10 points of risk. That could be a real contender there for a real struggle for second place at this point. Jack is not one to overlook either. 61 points in the bank, 10 points of risk, and likewise Innis, 15 points of risk, 55 in the bank. Topper's a little way down, 21 points of risk, could still jump up to the top 10 if he plays his cards right. For now, let's go on. Question number 14. This or that, A or B. Options are Eagle, Pimperwolf, Bill Clinton's Secret Service codename. A lot of players wiping out on that one. The correct answer was Eagle. Eagle was Bill Clinton's Secret Service codename. Jack, Mr. Politics, getting this one right. No surprises, I think. AB, me, J White, Brian, Emily, Claire, and Shapes all getting that one right. Yellowtail, Puzzle Dan, Dogfish, David, Connor, and Topper putting points into the bank. Topper putting 21 points of risk into the bank. A great amassed amount of score there, amassed amount of risk. We'll put that into the bank. Let's do that now. Toot still with the lead, 106. I think that's pretty much insurmountable at this point with one question to go. But the best of luck to you all. This or that, A or B. Options are Roscoe, Rebecca, President Coolidge's pet raccoon, was Rebecca. Rebecca the raccoon. Roscoe, not the right answer. Jack, Habey, me, Brian, Emily, and Claire putting the points into the bank. Shapes finishes with the risk lead, the risk streak of 3, the highest one at question 15. Let's put those final points into the bank and check out the scores. So after all that, Toot is our winner with 106. We'll get 106 pennies and a gold medal. Claire managing to eke out second place by a single point over Samster, 82, finishing with the silver medal, and Samster claiming third and the bronze medal. Have multiple GGs from me as well. Multiple GGs. Goodness me, that's a lot of chat in the chat bar underneath me right there. But good game all round. Let me award some medals. What are we playing? Risky Business. Let's give out a Risky Business gold. 2, now cut that out. Many congratulations. Add that to your medal cabinet. Risky Business gold, now cut that out. Award medal. Let's find Claire for the Risky Business silver. Good game to you. Very well played. Risky Business silver going your way. And a Risky Business bronze going to our friend Samsa. Congratulations. Very well played. For everyone else, your points will equal pennies. Risky Business bronze, Samsa award medal. Points will equal pennies in this game, so however many points you've amassed, they will automatically be added when the credits roll. I need to give some special thanks as well to Riff Raccoon. I'm just going to go to be right back temporarily just because I need to bring up the spreadsheet which has got the values on because I didn't look that up earlier on. I'll come back in just a minute. I haven't gone. I can never remember. Buzz Off is 50, so that's Big Man Aaron and Toot, and Risky Business is 100, I thought it was. Let's go back to just monitor, which is what we want. So, author bonus, 100 pennies for Riff Raccoon. Thank you very much for a lovely animal-themed pack there, Riff Raccoon. Really nicely done, really well thought out. Award pennies, 100 pennies to you, and that author bonus. And before I forget as well, Big Man Aaron, 50 pennies and an author bonus for your Buzz Off pack, and now cut that out because I didn't award those earlier because I didn't know the value. Now cut that out, award pennies. There we go. And everyone else can have a risky 90, not quite a risky 69, but a risky 90. Do claim that now if you would like your bonus. Lovely pack from Riff Raccoon there. I'm a big animal lover as well, so that was particularly special. And yeah, really nicely put together pack. And well played to all our players. It is 20 to 11, so we've got time for one quick half-hour game of The Abyss at the end of the night. Brand new game, only aired for the first time last Saturday. We played it again on Tuesday with some changes. If you weren't here for that, then you'll get to see it tonight. There have been some further changes. I need to change the text message before we launch, and I need to bring in the question packs as well. Very many thanks to David, who's provided 2, Apodo Nueva, who's provided 1, and I've put up the other 2. So I hope that you will stick around and join me for this, closing off the bonus in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's close that off there. 28 players getting the bonus. There's the Discord right there. If you would like to write questions for Season 6 of Game Night, which is coming in 2022, there are still some packs up for grabs. Do come and join the Discord. Get yourself the question writer role. It would be lovely to see you over there. And maybe you could provide some packs for us, and your packs could be featured over here. Season 5 is now fully blocked out with writers. Season 6 is now up for grabs. I did the announcement into the Question Writer channel this week, so if there's something you fancy writing, then do pop yourself over to the server. But the night doesn't end there, because I do want to have one final game of The Abyss. Like I say, brand new game, and David, Apodo, and myself have contributed question packs for this. Very grateful to both of them for coming in at the 11th hour and providing them. I do hope you'll stick around to either watch it or indeed take part. It is mass multiplayer that you can play throughout the game, but there's a hot seat element to it. I haven't done the leaderboard onto the app yet and on the website, but that will be coming in due course. So stick around. I'm going to grab myself another drink, pop to the loo very quickly. You've got about 5 minutes to do that. Please do stick around. More game night coming up. The final part of game night, the Abyss, to round off the night. Very many congratulations to Toot. Thank you again to Riff Raccoon for a lovely question pack. You have been playing Risky Business. Thank you very much, and I will see you in just a few minutes' time.
Shoobity whoopity 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 whoop. Whoop shawong. Whoop shawody 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 whoop. Shoobity whoopity 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 whoop. Whoop shawong. Whoop shawody 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 whoop. Whoop shawong. Whoop shawong. Shoobity whoopity 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 whoop-a-doo now.
And sit tight, because right after this break, we will be wrapping game night up with The Abyss, brand new game from Persephone's Chair. Questions from myself, Poda Nuevo, and David J. Bodycon. Not one to miss. You're going to want to stick around. Grab yourselves another drink, pop to the loo. I'll be back in about 5 minutes' time.
Ups and downs and joys and pains, though some things change, some stay the same. We push and pull so hard and soft. Just take the blows and blow it all. It's cool if you want to do what you want to, move like you want to. It's alright with me. It's cool if you want to do what you want to, move like you want to. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Yeah. It's alright. It's alright. Alright. Joys and pains. If you want to do what you want to, move like you want to, it's alright with me. If you want to do what you want to, move like you want to, it's alright. 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 It's alright. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the quietly nihilistic arena of the Abyss. Questions provided by myself, Apodo Nuevo, and David J. Bodicum, to whom I'm immensely grateful for coming in at not quite literally the 11th hour, but I put the announcement out at 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon, and they provided, David actually provided questions on his phone. 2 packs from David, 2 from me, 1 from Apodo Nuevo, and together they make up the questions that you will face in the Abyss tonight. If you want to play, you need to join from the start of the game, and to do that, you need to type in the code, which is TEFI. Welcome to the game. I believe in the pilot episode, where in the final was quite a bit different, Lewis T took the win. The last time we played, Mark took the win, which is much more how the it's actually going to look moving forward. Who is going to take the win tonight on these questions? The big changes from when we played on Tuesday. If you've not played since last Saturday, then the changes are massive, because the final is completely different. If you did play on Tuesday, the big change is that instead of getting an extra life every 5 questions, you now have to get 5 consecutive questions in the arena to be awarded with an extra life. That was the big change that came out of stuff. There's been a few tweaks and changes to the overheads, the display and stuff, and a couple of bugs and things. But what it should mean is that the chaos in the arena is much more pronounced. There should be a higher turnover of players in theory, because it's harder to get that extra life now. Additionally, it's 5 pennies per question you get right, so 5 pennies per point in this, so do keep playing in the wings even if you don't come into the arena. As ever, it is based on the previous 5 questions, the odds of you getting into the arena, and if you're dropped from the arena, then you are out of the game. But you could get back into the Abyss if you have a strong 5 questions. 5 writers, there's now a category that applies to all 5, and they are shown in, say, the categories are A, B, C, D, E. They now come in blocks of 5. There's 2 very easy, 3 easy, 2 medium questions that make up the 40 questions of the main game, and then 2 hard questions from each category make up the final. There's a part of my brain that's thinking, you haven't tested this, Ben, everything's going to break. But actually, I did test it very thoroughly when I did the changes on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. It's just that I haven't touched it for a couple of days, and I've been doing stuff with it every day since sort of 2 Sundays ago until this week. So now I'm feeling, after 2 days of not playing with it and filling and making changes, it must have broken, and I haven't tested, but I did test it quite rigorously and thoroughly. The bugs whereby a player doesn't come immediately back into the arena after an elimination, that has now been fixed, along with a couple of other little use cases, friendly use cases. As ever, you get the crossword clues. The display might be a little bit different, but as ever, they are always in the chat, and that is going to be your guide if you're playing in the game, because when the question's in the chat, the question is live. It's 15 seconds for each. So, I think the question difficulty is probably a little bit harder than it was on Tuesday. It's probably a little bit harder than it was on Saturday. Not significantly, but a little bit, enough to make it interesting and have hopefully a higher turnover of players in the arena. And obviously it's harder to get an extra life now. So if you drop out of the Abyss arena into the Abyss, then you need to be thinking about getting 5 in a row right to get a highest chance of getting back into play. If we've not got anyone else, then I am going to very quickly do an Abyss penny giveaway for 10 pennies. I'll do that for about 20 seconds, and when that is up, I will lock the arena and we will begin the game. As ever, although there are 2 very easy, 3 easy, and 2 medium in the main game, as in difficulties of questions, the order will be randomised. You'll get 1 question per category every 5, but the order therein will be random. David has just left the game. David, of course, wrote 2 of the packs. David, you can play along if you'd like the pennies. I will give you 40 pennies for your contributions as a writer. I think it was David who left there. But question writers, this is now a thing for this. If you've only written 1 pack, you can still play along and earn the pennies, but what you will never be able to do is join the arena. Okay, so if you're a writer and you're in the game... oh, it wasn't you, David. Oh, okay. You typed Abyss 80... Oh, no, sorry, that was the penny code. Sorry, don't know who it was, but someone left the game. But we're going to start very shortly. So, David, yes, if you're in the game, which I actually don't think you are, you shouldn't ever be able to be drawn into the arena. You've also seen at least 1 set of my questions, so maybe best to sit this one out. Right, let's stop that bonus right there. 31 players getting a penny. And let's lock the Abyss Arena in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lock it up. Here are the rules of play. Players attempt to answer up to 40 questions by whispering the answer to Persephone's Twitch bot. Use the crossword clues to assist you as spelling matters. After the 5th question, 9 players will be selected to join the Abyss Arena, with players who perform better given a higher chance. Not a guarantee, but a higher chance. Players in the Abyss Arena answer a question incorrectly or abstain, they lose a life and drop a level. After the 3rd incorrect answer or abstention, they drop into the Abyss and are out of the game. A player from the wings will be selected to replace them. The players who perform better on the previous 5 questions are given a higher chance. Again, not a guarantee, just a higher chance. That is an internal metric. There will be nothing displayed as to how you have done on the last 5. It doesn't actually show on the screen, but the game does keep track of it. You have to just take my word on that. Arena players earn an extra life up to a maximum of 3 after successfully answering 5 consecutive questions. So that means if you have already got 3 lives and you get 5 in a row right, it resets to 0. You don't get an extra life, you can't go any higher than that, but it will reset to 0. 5 consecutive, when it hits 5, it resets to 0. Number of reasons behind that. It would have led to a very difficult question. What if someone gets 15 or 20 right in a row? Have you got lives in the bag? And it was just a can of worms I didn't want to open. So when it hits 5, it resets to 0. If you haven't got maximum lives, then you'll get an extra life back. After question 40, the players in the Abyss Arena progress to the final. Best of luck to you all. Once the game starts, I cannot stop it. Hopefully we will not have any breaks in code. I wish you all the best of luck. Let's go to the Abyss. And here we go. Category is vegetables. This white brassica is often eaten raw or pickled. Very popular with a cheese sauce. 11 letters. Hope that is clear enough. I can make the category bigger if needs be. It's a cauliflower. Well done if you gave me cauliflower. Next question. A is the only vowel. The northeast corner of Texas shares a small border with it. 8 letters. The first one, the vegetables one, by the way, that was mine. This one is David Bodycomb's. I'm no longer putting the author on display. Arkansas is what we were after there. This is David Bodycomb's pack. A is the only vowel. Another 7 questions on that coming up in the main game. Category is cities. This is another one of mine. This single by Ultravox peaked at number 2 in the UK. 6 letters. Again, this is mine. Cities is the category. Nice chat, Wilfred. Vienna, this means nothing to me. That's your third question. Vienna is the answer. Fourth question. Letters in alphabetical order again. This is David. Sea state with small waves caused by wind. 6 letters. Only a handful of people attempt to get choppy. Sea state is choppy. Letters in alphabetical order. That category is David's. One more category. This category, jukebox musicals and musicians, Come Fly Away, 5, 7 or 5 are after the artist or musician behind that musical. This is a Poland Nuevos. And those are the 5 categories you'll be facing over the course of this game. That was Frank Sinatra. Sinatra would also have been accepted. Let's welcome 9 players into the arena then. Claire with a score of 2, you're in. Hecla with a score of 1, you're in. RNG favours you. If you've got none, you won't get a chance to get in. Effrontery with 2 has joined the game. Quizface with 2 has joined the game. Lewis T with a score of 3 has joined the game. Bigman Aaron with a score of 3 has joined the game. Bruggs with a score of 2 has joined the game. Quizzle, there's Karmic Justice, 5 out of 5, you're in the game. And Natter with a score of 1, you have joined the game. RNG, go to RNG, good luck. Jukebox musicals again, moving out, 5, 4 or 4. We're after the artist or musician from the musical. The musical is displayed. The musician or artist is the answer. Billy Joel is what we were after there. Billy Joel. Two players losing a life. Let's go on. A is the only vowel. Vital trade waterway in Central America, 6 and 5. Panama Canal, vast majority getting that one right, very well played. Everyone in the arena getting it right. Here we go, cities. Freddie Mercury sang about this city in northeastern Spain in 1987, 9 letters. Barcelona was the answer again, majority of players getting that one right, well played. Players within 2 of an extra life in the arena. Category is vegetables, long and thin. This usually green vegetable is known for making urine smellier. 9 letters. Asparagus. Asparagus. What's the answer? There's your Alan Rickman for the evening. Well done if you got that. Onwards. God or goddess, 5 letters, letters in alphabetical order. It's a deity or a deity, depending on your pronunciation of that deity. You players are getting close to the edge of the abyss. City is the author who wrote The Call of the Wild, 6 letters. London, as in Jack. I'm afraid Pruggs and Quizface, you have dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Effrontery and Bigman Aaron earning themselves an extra life back up to maximum there. 2 players to join the game. Topper, welcome to the game. Yellowtail, welcome to the game. On we go. Game also known as Pontoon, 9 letters. A is the only vowel. Blackjack is what we're after. Natter and Kegler, you have dropped into the abyss. And you're out the game. Mark, replacing, welcome on in. And Shapes, 9 and 8 respectively, welcome to the game. Mark, our incumbent champion, can he maintain that? Let's go on. A 2-digit number spelt out, 5 letters, letters in alphabetical order. There is only one. This is a fun factoid. When you learn this, you'll never forget it. 40 is the answer. Well done if you got that. Two players losing a life in the arena. On we go. Next question. Jukebox musicals and musicians. Mamma Mia. 4 letters. Everyone answered arena and abyss. ABBA is what we're after. Just one player getting the wrong answer. Sea of Green, otherwise on we go. Also, A is the only vowel. Category vegetables. This small yellow vegetable has association with a certain green giant. 9 or 4? I now remember why I wanted to put the clues on a new line, because I think that looks slightly confusing, but I'll leave that to the suggestions tab. Sweet corn, or corn, is what we're after there. Effrontery and Yellowtail, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Riff, welcome on in. And NPL Dart, welcome to the game. On we go. Ring of Fire, Jukebox musicals and musicians. 6, 4 or 4? Johnny Cash is what we're after. A nice sea of green there. Very well done if you got that. Bigman Aaron getting to 5 in a row, but no extra lives to earn. A is the only vowel. Determined in one's belief. 7 letters. Adamant was what we were after there. Adamant. You're determined in your beliefs. You are adamant. Approaching the halfway mark now. On to the next question. Demi Moore film with a pottery wheel. 5 letters, and the letters are in alphabetical order. I see of green again. Ghost is what we're on, so a few extra lives being earned there. Player and Topper going up a level. Levitate. Still 9 players in the arena. Let's go on to the next question. This French city also lends its name to something pleasant, or maybe a type of biscuit. 4 letters. Green all across the board. Nice, or Nice if you needed. 69%. Nice. Onwards. Long and cylindrical, orange in colour. It's a vegetable. 6 or 7? Cylindrical was maybe a bad word. Maybe pointy would have been better. Carrot or carrots is what we wanted there. Is it in the box? That is the question, effrontery. Strong volley of players in the middle. Let's go on. An infamous shroud alleged to be that of Jesus Christ is named for this city. 5 letters. As we reach the halfway point, Quizzle leading in the arena, had the only player to have been there from the start, I think. I might be wrong. Turin is what we're after there. Lewis and Topper losing a life. Yeah, they do, don't they, Quizface? Quizzle and Shapes really combining there. Once Upon a One More Time. Jukebox musicals and musicians. 7, 6 or 6? Britney Spears is what we're after there. Yes, Britney Spears or Spears would have been acceptable. Surname generally acceptable. Green comes in a floret. Children often refer to them as trees. 8 letters, and it's a vegetable. It's a broccoli, and thank you to David for the suggestion of allowing either double C or double L typo that we want to condone. Thank you, darling. Moroccan city with the Hassan II Mosque. 10 letters. A is the only vowel. Casablanca and Claire, I'm afraid you have dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Quizface, welcome to the game. Mixture of 2 or more metals, 5 letters, and the letters are in alphabetical order. It's an alloy. I don't know if you got that. All green in the arena. No lies being doled out at this stage, though. Let's go on to the next question. With a muscular body like Ian Botham, 5 letters, and they're in alphabetical order. Beefy. Big bloodbath there. Topper, Big Man Aaron, Uphill Dart, Roof Raccoon, all dropping into the abyss. Well played, Lewis, though. You have earned yourself an extra life. You're back up a level. 4 players to rejoin the game. Tab stop, welcome on in. Maybe me, welcome to the game. Zeus, welcome on in. And Samster, welcome to the game. Let's go on. 14 questions to go. 2009 film set on the planet Pandora. 6 letters. A is the only vowel. Avatar is what we were after there. All green in the arena. Quizzle earning themselves an extra life. You're back up to the top level. Strong position to be in. Let's go on. Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson were in this city in 2008. 6 letters. Bruges. They were in Bruges. Great film. Recommended. Tapstop and Lewis losing a life on that question. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Ireland had a famine involving these. 6 or 8. That's great as vegetables. Potato or potatoes with an ES on the end. TV, don't turn off soon. I don't want you to turn off because that's got all my information on it. Thank you. Jukebox musicals and musicians again. All shook up. 5, 7 or 5. Elvis Presley, or Elvis was the answer. Quizzle and Quizface losing a life on that question. Moving on. Acute or grave, perhaps. 6 letters. Letters are in alphabetical order. It's an accent. Maybe I should have said acute or grave. It's a grave accent rather than a grave accent. Few players maxing out at the 5 there, but maxing out their lives. For Jews, it's on the Saturday. 7 letters. A is the only vowel. It's the Sabbath. Sabbath is on a Saturday in Judaism. It's for Jews as Jaws. Wow. Rock you, 5 letters, jukebox musicals and musicians. Seen it twice, tremendous show. It is, of course, based on the music of Queen. Tab stop, getting an extra life, as is Lewis T. Lewis T taking you away from the brink of disaster. Let's go on, 7 questions remaining. Often baked into pies or crumbles and served with custard. Might be seen in a boiled sweet. 7 letters. Me losing a life there. Onwards. The syndrome you have if you develop a psychological bond with your captors. 9 letters, it's a city. Stockholm, of course, Stockholm Syndrome. Into the final 5 questions then. Quizzle and Quizface having lost a life together, earning a life back together, back up to the top level. You might refer to aftershave as this German city, 7 letters. Cologne. Indeed, Cologne. Now to the final 4 questions. Are we going to have a heartbreak? Let's find out. Jagged Little Pill, 6, 10 or 10? Jukebox musicals and musicians. Alanis Morissette, Tab Stop and Shapes, losing a life on that question. Quite a few in the wings getting that one wrong as well. Gloria in Madagascar is 1, 5 letters, and the letters are in alphabetical order. She's a hippo. Mark, Tab Stop, AB Me and Shapes all losing a life on that question. All on the precipice of the abyss, but Lewis is getting one back, guaranteeing a spot in the final at this point with only 2 questions to go. Here's your next one. Ivy League school founded in 1636 with 7 letters. A is the only vowel. Riff failing at the alphabet. Yes, it's Harvard, with A being the only vowel. Everyone clinging on. Last question. Small green wind-producing ball associated with Christmas. A 6 or 6? Brussels sprout and AB Me at the 11th hour on the last question. Also a city. Here's dropped into the abyss. Big Man Aaron, you have been selected to join the game for the final. And after 40 questions, it is time for the final. Everyone will be reset to 3 lives. Back up to the top you go. Big Man Aaron getting the wild card entry into the final. And we have Quizface on 28, Mark on 35, Tab Stop on 33, Big Man Aaron on 31, Lewis and Zeus both on 35, Samster and Quizzle both on 37, leading the wings, the highest score, 37 out of 40, Shapes 34. So, let's have a look at the final. The 9 finalists have had their lives refreshed. Further extra lives will not be awarded in the final. Up to 10 questions will be displayed, whispering answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. If arena players drop into the abyss, they are permanently out of the game and will not be replaced. The winner is the last player standing. If after 10 questions no winner has emerged, the winner will be the player with the most lives left. In the event of a tie, the player with the highest score is the winner. All there is to it, much the same as before, except now it's on a short fuse and there are no revitalizations and the questions are a little bit harder. So, for you 9 in the wings for you 9 in the arena and for everyone in the wings, let's go to the final. Question 1. Lazarus, 5, 5 or 5? Jukebox musicals and musicians. David Bowie, Quizzle, Big Man Aaron, Tab Stop Mark and Quizface all losing a life there. Bowie would also have been acceptable. Next question. White castle wall with walkway and stone parapet. A is the only vowel. The rampart. Quizface, Tab Stop, Big Man Aaron, Zeus and Shapes losing a life on that one. Next question. Soul Sister, 4606, Jukebox Musicals and Musicians. Tina Turner is what we're after. Big Marin, Tabstop, and Quizface, you have all dropped into the abyss and you're out the game. Biologically a berry, but taxed as a vegetable, this occasionally spicy vegetable is great in salads or on pizza, 6 or 7. Pepper. Pepper's also accepted there. Unfortunately, Zeus, you have dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Often eaten raw in stick form and great when dipped in hummus. Contains 6 calories a stick and takes 1 calorie to digest, 6 letters. Celery is what we're after. Lewis and Samster losing a life on that one. Scientific examination of a tissue sample, 6 letters, and they're in alphabetical order. Biopsy. Everyone in the arena staying alive at the halfway point. 4 questions to go. Pink. Greek dip made with fish roe. 12 letters. A is the only vowel. 12 letters with A being the only vowel. Imagine that. Tara Masalata is the answer. Well done if you gave me that. 3 more questions. Female lead in Guys and Dolls is named after this Australian city. 8 letters. Adelaide is what we're after. Everyone in the arena staying alive. Samster with the advantage at the moment. Samster and Mark both with 2 lives, but 2 questions to go. Pilot of the USS Voyager, Lieutenant Tom Blank, 5 letters, are after a city. Yeah, Jack. Paris, Lieutenant Tom Paris is what we're after. Mark losing a life. Final question of the night then. Protective shield associated with Zeus and Athena, 5 letters, and they're in alphabetical order. Aegis and Quizzle, Shapes, and Lewis, you have all dropped into the abyss. After 50 questions. Mark, you haven't dropped into the abyss, but this week it is not your win. And our winner, 45 out of 50, is Samster. Good game. Very, very close. Oh, that was fun. I love the nihilistic nature of that game. I just sit here and read questions. I love it. Stressful spelling at the end, indeed, Quizzle. Well, good game from you, scoring 44. At the moment, there's not gold, silver, and bronze for this. It might be something I introduce in Season 6, which is probably when we'll see this again. I might bring it in because it's a relatively quick game. I mean, it's all done and dusted inside half an hour. Now, as ever, feedback, please, to the Discord server, which is right there. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I think it feels about right now. It feels the right length. It's the sort of thing you could do an entire night of this, do 3 games of it with a nice decent break in between, and then it's all intense. I thought the question difficulty had ramped up significantly from the last time we played, and yet we've still got 45 out of 50. This is not a slight at Samster and Mark and Quizzle, who've got these high scores. I'm just now thinking, does it need to ramp up any higher? Because it is a game, at the end of the day, it's a game about endurance. So I don't want to make it really, really tough. I don't want to make them really hard questions because I know it can be over in a heartbeat. And actually, notable that neither of the players here started in the arena. I felt the turnover wasn't necessarily as high as would be exciting to watch. But again, that I don't want to slight players for doing well. I don't want to, you know, say, oh, you should be getting more wrong. Maybe you're just you know, much better than Apodo, David, and I have given you credit for. Yeah, it's very exciting to watch. I have to say, I'm a new players coming in. It would be nice to get a higher turnover. So, clinging on just about person. Yeah, there was an element of people being at the bottom level and just sort of clinging on. A number of times when people were at the bottom of their towers and just clinging. And it's interesting with both players at the end of the final are both on their last life. So, thank you, Toot. That was one of mine. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll ramp up the difficulty of my questions that I write. Also, some people here are really good. That's a really good point, Brand New Halo. Really nicely balanced final, yeah, definitely. Yeah, but anyway, in the wings, 5 pennies for every point that you have got. I may introduce a gold, silver, and bronze medal for players in the wings, and then a general leaderboard for players in the middle. Wasn't a dish, just thought they were very gettable. Yeah, so it was a combination of writers, and at least David and I and Apodo and I, we did exchange a few words about this this afternoon while I was in Tesco. Yeah, I think it's a good difficulty as it is. I just wonder, could it go any harder? I mean, I don't want to make it any harder because I'm also aware there are players on 20s and 30s and less than that. So 50 to 90% cards are on a progress. Okay, well I'll take that as a positive sign then, David. 50 down to 90%. Yeah, and that's pretty okay. Thank you, Zamsa. I mean, you did win, so I bet you think the difficulty is good. 7 players in the 40s, it's good. It does look like a good spread, actually. There's no enormous gaps between players, and it's very, very tight at the top, which is nice to see. I mean, the great thing about this game is that you can sort of theme packs in a way. If somebody wanted to write an entire pack that is themed in a particular, not necessarily for game night, but I mean, as a general sort of gameplay rule, if one wanted to write a pack that was entirely, I don't know, Sonic the Hedgehog, for example, that could be done quite easily. And then from our sponsor, Digital David.
Great stream as per usual.
Thank you very much, David, for the kind words and for the 200 bits. Very much appreciated. Too many film questions. Yeah, Leo Lannis was a man. Alan Morris, much easier to spell. Yeah, quite right. Too many film questions. Something you'll never hear from me. No, quite. Feels like challenge accepted. 1910s to 1930s questions. I would happily write an all-song. I mean, to be fair, Brand New Halo, Hudson and I did do that for the charity stream. Between us, we wrote 2 all-Sonic packs, pretty much. Red Herrings and Risky Business. That was good fun. More international politics. Okay, well, Jack, if you come and write some questions, we can get some international politics into the stream. That'd be grand. So that's the Abyss. I think I'm now happy with it after 3 trial runs and killing the original final. I think I'm happy with where it is in terms of question difficulty. I think it's a good difficulty curve, and if people are just getting lots of right answers, then more power to them. Additionally, I think the graphics are working quite nicely. I think the bugs are ironed out. The 5 in a row works better actually than just any 5. So I do agree with that. But and this is from our sponsor Oni91_573.
I figured my total bit count this month was a bit too uneven, so I'm going to round it off. Peace and chicken grease.
Lovely. I could go for a KFC right about now, but thank you very much for the 158 bits, Oni. Very much appreciated. Our bonus banquet. Oh, that would be lovely right about now. Yeah, I feel it's about there, and it's a fast enough game. And actually, I discovered this afternoon, I mentioned to David, despite the fact it's 50 questions, I find these questions relatively easy to write, personally, from a right point of view. I'd say maybe my vegetable pack was a little bit easy, but all you need is an idea, and then the questions sort of trip out. It's not like writing an escape artist pack or a risky business pack where you've got to really think about each question. Here you get a category, and then there's 10 questions which should relatively easily form out of that. So I think it's a game we could probably see a lot of if there's a lot of packs that get submitted, it's a game that could become like Spotlight, be a very spontaneous sort of game. In Spotlight, there's nearly 100 packs have been submitted for that game, of which over 60, I think, are unused. So Spotlight's a game I can rattle out. I could rattle it out now. I'm not going to, but I could in theory. You don't get an alert for that one only, but thank you for the 42 bits. And now my bit wallet doesn't end in 0 anymore, and I'm one hell of a quandary, and I don't know how to solve it in a way that doesn't involve giving you more money. Well, I'm very grateful for the extra 42 bits. And as David is saying, if I can write 2 packs in 40 minutes on my mobile in a car, I mean, that's David is a professional question writer, granted, but it's I personally I find it quite an easy game to write questions for. So I think it's a game that we could actually churn out on a relatively regular basis and do some sort of high score leaderboard for. My only problem with that is that the high scores are already so very high that it's that's something that needs to be contested with. But hey, that's how it is. If you've got any other feedback, like I said, do pop. That's not how you spell Discord. Do pop over to the Discord server. Come and say hi. It'd be lovely to see you here. Come and hang out with us, and that'd be great. Thank you to everybody who has provided feedback and questions for this game. David, I can't remember if I've updated your name in the credits. Let me see if I can do that very quickly before I roll them. You're under Game Theorist. No, you're not under Question Writers. Let me replace that person with you, and then I'll remember to do it permanently after I've stopped the stream. So there you go. Let me add some pennies for players as well. So I think I was doing 20 per pack for this. So Apodo Nuevo is going to get Apodo Nuevo author bonus 20, and David, who wrote 2 packs, will get 40 and an author bonus. There we go. And we'll also have an endgame penny for the end of the night. Endgame 42, life, the universe, and everything. 10 pennies if you'd like them right there. That is going to be it from me for this evening. As I've mentioned to question writers in the Discord, I am now opening up the sort of the claimants for season 6, which I know seems like forever away, but it's going to be January to April 2022. I've opened up people to call dibs on packs for that, and quite a lot of them have gone already. I'll probably say about maybe just under half of them in the last 24, 36 hours or so. So if you would like to write for this channel and you would like your game, your questions to be featured here, do come and join the Discord, discord.gg/Persephone's chair, and get yourself the question writer role. It'd be lovely to see you there, and get the question writing tool, and lay claim to some packs. It'd be great to have you, and the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. We've got a team of proofers who, if you're new to writing questions, will certainly help you out in getting started and making the questions gettable and fair. So even if it's a new thing to you, but you fancied having a go, do come and join the server. It'd be lovely to have you there. Let me stop that bonus in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. 25 players grabbing the end of night pennies. And we are going to have a word from our sponsor, Jack Wilfred.
If we smell with our noses and run with our feet, why do our feet smell and our noses run?
Because English is a stupid language, Jack, but thank you very much for the 100 bits. I'm going to be thinking about that all night now. Dumb language. Dumb language is dumb. Pidgin language made up of lots of actually different languages. It's an old joke, but yeah, you're right, Yellowtail. It's a good one. So that is going to be it from me for this evening. Thank you so much for playing. I've awarded all pennies to all authors and medalists, so they will be live when I push the data up to the website, which you can always go and check out at not twitch.tv, persephoneschair.com/pennies. I am going to be back. What is going on in the next week? Well, let's take a look at my What's On channel. We have got Topper back tomorrow with Rebound. I think it's a new game. New game for Toppers. So twitch.tv/Topper1Gaming. Do go give him a follow if you haven't already. He'll be live tomorrow from 8 PM. I may poke my head around the door because I haven't got a pub quiz, because it's an IRL pub quiz because it's reading week. I'm back here, and I know Ash, our great friend Ash, is taking a week off because he's just had his season 7 finale, so he is going to be taking next week off. But I am going to be here with Buzz Off and Big Break. More Buzz Off. The last two matches of the first round, which is going to feature, if I can go to my Buzz Off page, what's it? challenge.com/game Buzz Off is going to feature. Let me see. It's going to be Ape versus Toot and Natter versus Samster. Those are the two games headlined for Buzz Off on Tuesday night. And that is going to be followed by a nice casual friendly game of Big Break. Big Break the quiz. So Buzz Off and then balls all around the table if you want to come and play Big Break. It'd be lovely to see you here on Tuesday the 26th of October. I'm back with Happy Hour on Thursday. We've got a double bill at Happy Hour this Thursday. Again, pending dog behaviour. But we've got a pack of Cryptex from Apoda Nuevo, who provided some of the questions for this game tonight. And we're seeing the return of That Is the Question with a pack from us for us from Oni, one of the proofing team. Cryptex and That Is the Question at Happy Hour Thursday the 28th of October. That's at 3 p.m. I'm back next Saturday with The Pyramid and Buzz Off. More Buzz Off, the first of the second round games of Buzz Off. TBC, the exact player lineup for that. I think we might be having some schedule tweaks. But the Pyramid is, but I couldn't tell you who the Pyramid is by. I might sneak an extra game because that sounds like it's going to be a shortish stream because the Pyramid's quite a short game, about 40 minutes. And 2 games of Buzz Off. I mean, it'll be about 10, but I might write something this week and sneak something else in next Saturday as well. So no Ash next week, but you have got 3 of me, Tuesday at 8, Saturday at 8, Thursday at 3, Buzz Off, Big Break, Cryptex, That Is the Question, The Pyramid, and more Buzz Off, all going off on this channel right here, twitch.tv/Royal_Flush. In the meanwhile, if you want to come and join the Discord server, come hang out with us. It would be great to see you. In the meanwhile, everyone who's played tonight, 5 pennies for every point that you have. I will do a medal table for this eventually, or at least a leaderboard, maybe gold, silver, and bronze as well for the top 3 in the wings. But certainly leaderboard for the players who win with a view to doing something special in the Season 6 finale. We'll see how we get on. Anyway, that is it from me for this evening. Have we got anyone to go and raid? Let's go raid Messi. We haven't raided Messi forever. The Messi coder, he's playing Call of Cthulhu. He's a proper dude. Is Messi coder. I've done an interview with him in the past about coding and developers and stuff. So we'll go and raid him. Suggestions for raid message, please? Anybody got any? Any suggestions for raid message before we go and raid Messi? I imagine stuff is going to be happening both here. Oh, yeah, that'll do. Yes. Hashtag O. There we go. We'll go raid the Messi coder. We'll say hi. We'll say O. And then from there, we'll go our separate ways. But until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for joining me on this game night, the 23rd of October. It's been wonderful to see you all. Thank you very much to all our question writers, to our proofing team, to all of our players, and congratulations to our winners. Until next time on Tuesday, I've been Royal Flush. Have a wicked rest of the weekend. Take care of yourselves. Be splendid, be safe, be marvellous. And until next time, take care. Peace out and good night.